God created.
And we're on. What's up, everyone? Garrett and Steve show back for another week. How's it going, Steve?
Great. Everything is flying high and riding smooth.
I noticed that Opie and Anthony were really good at saying each other's names, but I feel so awkward saying it.
Really? I never noticed that.
Like, at least Opie.
I actually feel the opposite. Because when I first started listening to Opie and Anthony, I didn't know which one was which for like a week or so.
Huh.
I thought for maybe even longer than that, because I had established in my head that they were flipped. That Anthony was Opie and Opie was Anthony. I was like, damn, so like the handsome guy is funny. And the ugly guy's an asshole. But it was around. It was like, oh, the attractively challenged person is really funny, and the guy, the one who could have been a model, he was a fucking asshole who wasn't funny.
Wasn't he a model for Pepsi?
Something,
right? Yeah,
I remember that he brought that up. Could have been a model.
So, how was your Thursday night? Oh my God.
Dude, Thursday and then Saturday went similarly, and the fact that I even asked for this means I'm probably Gino now. Because Thursday night, I got so fucking drunk that I didn't leave till almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was one of those where I was just like, oh my fucking God, when did this happen?
Yeah.
Like, in my head, the football game just ended. And it was like not even midnight yet. Oh. But then I realized I had to go home. And the reason I was even checking the time is because I was standing there talking to Nick. And I just started getting like woozy and kind of nauseous, and the world was spinning.
Oh,
and
no.
And it wasn't bad, but it was like, it was starting to set in. I was like, all right, I'm not touching another drop of alcohol, and I'm not going. I'm leaving right now. Like, I gotta go. And then I took an Uber home because I was like, I'm not fucking.
Yeah, I think I left at like 11:30 or midnight around that. I don't remember leaving. I was trying the next day. I'm like, how did I get home? And I had to look up my Google Maps and go to my timeline, because like I have to walk pretty far to a subway and then take a subway the wrong way one stop and then switch to a different subway and take it back the other side. And
Thursday is the worst time to figure that out.
I had no memory of it. I was like, how did I go to this? Because I could walk to like a further station and then just take the train home. But I'm like, did I do that? Because I can't imagine. Like, I don't remember switching cars or anything at all. I don't even remember saying goodbye to you guys. And I was like, and then as I'm sitting home, I would like check to see if the suitcase was there. Just because I was like, did I just leave? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, at least you got home.
I never really like dealt with blackouts, I guess, but that's what this is.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta cool it on the fucking hoofing down shots.
Yeah,
because it was too much. I can't believe how much I drank, because like there's usually a point where I'm like, all right, I'm pretty fucked up. I'm gonna and we passed that, and then I was like, okay, if I fucking even look at booze right now, I'm probably gonna start puking. Like, this was too much.
And like I do beer usually in between the shots.
No, beer shots.
You're doing Jameson and ginger ale or whatever it is.
In a fucking pint glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad news bears. It's too much.
Yeah. And I don't know what happened, but like I've changed, like I can handle alcohol better now. I used to be like, once I got to a point, I don't know what point it was, but it was just like, I'd start spinning and feel nauseous. And I was like, I can't, I just want to close my eyes. But I never get to that point, but I definitely get drunk. But
I know. I think what's happening is we're building up a tolerance.
I know.
I think, 2 months or a month and a half of going to a bar once a week.
Yeah.
Consistently. And once a week, every single time, getting completely shit hammered. like it keeps raising the bar to what your body can take.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I think the bar is high enough. I think we hit higher than it even needs to go. I think we could actually start lowering the bar again, because there's a certain point where we're not even having fun anymore. We're just babbling and fucking Gino said the M-word.
Like we didn't really watch the football game. It was kind of on like a third TV from the bar.
No, fuck, you're right.
And it was like over before I knew it.
Because where we normally sit was occupied. So we were standing at the bar that just had the Islanders game on, and the only place we can stand.
Yeah.
And the football game, I remember, was like far away. So, but it felt like I would turn to you guys and talk, and then turn back to the game. It's like, oh, another quarter went by. That was weird. And then it was over. By the third time I turned my head.
Yeah, I remember thinking when I could still remember stuff, I was like, how'd the game end so early? But did the football show go long? I don't know. That's why I like lost track of everything.
We got so drunk we became time travelers, and time was skipping ahead. Our brains are malfunctioning. And yeah, the football game, I remember I would be staring at it, just like, what's going on? Like every time I looked at it, it was like it didn't matter. I was too drunk to even be comprehending what I was watching. So it was just happening on screen. I was like, they're playing all right. Those guys are playing. What are we talking about? Oh, you know what it was? It wasn't even hockey. It was that Pitt game. It was like Pitt.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Pitt for Syracuse or something.
It was a blowout.
It was 35 to nothing.
Yeah.
And I remember being pissy because I was like, all sassy because I had 500 Jamesons in me. And I'm like, it's 35 to nothing. Why is the NFL game on that TV? And the bartender was just like, oh, there's like a Pitt reunion. I was just like, or there's something like that. And I was just like, what the hell do I care? I'm sick of looking all the way over there. So I can not take in a football game because I'm fucked.
Oh man. Yeah. And then every Friday, I'm like, I'm leaving right after the football show next week. That's what I have out of my head. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna go home early and just like have a livable Friday. Instead, just Friday, I'm just like, oh my God.
Dude, yeah, that happened to me twice because I did the same thing on Saturday when I went out with my friends. And on Saturday, I was like, there's no way this is happening again this soon.
You had one day, not even that Friday isn't even a day off. It's just like, I don't want to move.
Don't want to move, except for like, I got to mind the boy from time to time at least. And it is always, I'm just dying. I feel you feel retarded and terminally ill all in one. You're just like, everything hurts. I can't do anything for nothing.
Yeah, just give me a day to do nothing. Even though not that I do anything anyway, but it's just like, oh my God.
Give me a day to stop sitting in my ass for 2 hours straight and talking to an idiot. I could just lay here and fucking die. It feels like you're passing away. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't. The problem is, if you leave after the football show, it's already too late. You're already fucking. Because last week on the football show, I watched one clip where the three of us are just. We're having a blast because we're fucking off this planet. I remember yelling a lot. I don't remember what I yelled. I just remember I kept yelling, and I'm like, yeah, that means I was like really. Yeah, I was past the point of it being good.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. I like almost kind of scares me where I just have like no Like I was like, did I listen to music on my walking on the train ride home? Like, did I listen to I don't remember anything what I did, and it just like it annoys me that there was like this hour and a half of. But then I remember like getting home, and then I did my my gay Post Malone music where I just listen to Post Malone songs.
What is that about, Garrett? I'll say your name. I remember. You got to say your name.
Thank you, Steve.
What's with the Post Malone stuff?
It's good, like fucked up music, I find.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like them.
Do you just sit and like, all right, it's time for Post, and you don't watch TV or do anything? You just sit there and listen to music?
Listen to music, yeah.
Stare at the wall?
On YouTube. I put it on YouTube.
Oh, so you watch the music videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of times it's just the a picture of the album. You know, I'm not even really a video. But yeah, like Jamie came out and was like, I have to be at work in a few hours or whatever. Can you turn this down? And I thought I was being quiet. And then I I tried to figure out how to get my Bluetooth headphones to connect to the TV and this fucking and I just remember sitting there like, connect. And it was and all of a sudden somehow whatever I did, all of a sudden it was like, came in my ears like, oh, thank God. So I could listen to more Post
Might not
Malone.
be the only thing that came in your ears. You don't remember that hour you were on the subway.
No, I know.
You could have gotten taken advantage of on the subway. It's a dangerous place.
For real.
You were just laying there half unconscious, and a man came over and fondled you. And he's like, yeah. And you're just like, no.
Like Trump with that girl, with Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, just started groping me. Yeah.
And it was Trump, too. He was in New York.
It was.
Hey, look at this guy. I'm going to touch his penis and balls. He's not going to like it, but he's going to get it. That's right. You're not consenting to any of this. Come on, Garrett. Give me the penis and balls.
Yeah, like, and then I like checked my podcast and I was like, if I listened to it on the subway, it would have been like further along. I must have just like, what is it? Dry barred it. It's like when you take a flight with
raw
dog it.
Dry bar. That's more accurate. Because it's a dry bar. What is a dry bar? Isn't that like a bar that serves mocktails? Like
Shirley Temples or something? Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. I guess so. It makes sense.
It's a bar that's been cleaned very well. It's dry now.
Yeah,
you dry barred you, but you really wet barred right before you got on the subway, Garrett, with the rest of us.
But yeah, like my first memory is, oh my God, I'm the next stop. Like that's
luckily
lucky. I figured that out. Yeah.
I've ended up in the wrong borough because I've fucking whatever barred onto the subway, and then I just look at my phone too intently while I'm really drunk. And then I'm in Brooklyn, and I'm like, oh, shit. This isn't I don't get transportation, nor do I live here. I got to go back to Manhattan to go to the ferry. It is the fucking biggest nightmare because when you miss that one stop, you're in a tunnel.
Forever to go to the
for like 15
side.
minutes.
Yeah.
And then
you have to go back.
Then it's always the middle of the night when this happens. So because it's the only time the train ever goes to Brooklyn instead of just it stops at the ferry. It's like Express 2 or whatever. But yeah, once you get off, you have to usually wait like 20 minutes to a half hour for another train. So you basically, in your drunken haze, just added over an hour to your trip. Yeah. And it's the perfect thing to sober up because you're just angry. And an hour gets sucked out of the night. You're not drinking or doing anything because you're just waiting for a train. And you're just like, oh, by the time you get to the fucking, there's a mouse. I thought I'd seen the last of them.
I saw it.
They're back.
I was going to ask you about that later too.
I thought it was going well.
Have to.
Thought it was going well. There he is. He's just hanging out.
Edie, go get it.
Edie, it's just sitting out in the open.
Yep.
I wonder if I could set up mouse cam. Oh no, the wall's blocking it. Will you fucking? It just keeps popping out. Look at it.
Edie.
Edie. At least mouse, leave. This is disrespectful. This is straight up. This is a slap in the face. Like it feels no threat. I'm looking right at it and yelling at it.
Just
and
peekabooing you.
It keeps popping in and out from under the soap. I can go over there with a hammer and start banging on the floor like a goddamn cartoon.
So I guess that's not fixed.
We tried some more.
Yeah.
If you notice, the refrigerator sticks out another fucking half a foot.
No, I didn't notice. At least
we got back there and spray foamed the absolute shit out of that area. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna have to get the flamethrower and burn it.
Yeah, that's such a little guy too.
I know he's so
everywhere.
cute.
Yeah.
I want to bash his fucking little skull in.
So yeah, it was a fun night at Offside NYC, but yeah, it kind of scared me when I was like, I had no memory. Does that happen to you? Like, we have no memory of getting home?
No, not usually.
Me either.
I don't really ever black out. I blacked out when I crashed my car years and years, like 10 years ago now. But even when I get that drunk, I get a little patchy, but I can pretty much piece together every part. Like I remember getting in the Uber. I remember not talking to the guy. I remember the guy asking me, like, actually, you know what? Because I lose patches of just conversations where I'm like, I remember talking to Nick, but I don't remember what the fuck we talked about. Could have been anything. But yeah, but I remember like everything I did. I remember, I even remember getting in the Uber and the guy going, "Oh, a long day at work," and I just went, "Yeah, yeah, real long day. I just want to go to bed." And then I pretended to sleep all the way home because I didn't want to chat. And,
yeah, like I remember the game being over and the pit game being on and sitting at that the part of the bar that flips up. So talking to Nick and everybody. And then I remember getting home and with the suitcase and everything. Like I don't remember saying goodbye to you guys. I don't remember the walk's like a 15-minute walk. Like what did I do? I don't know how I got there. I guess it's just like on autopilot. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there where it's just nothing happened. So there's nothing to remember in your brain. You're just on autopilot.
I guess, but like you remember, like, was I sitting or standing on the subway? Like, was it crowded or, all that stuff? How long was I waiting for the subway?
You were standing just in the center, not like holding on to anything. You were just swaying like, whoa, I don't know where I am right now. I'm not going to remember this.
But I made it home and all the stuff's here. Thank God.
Yeah. How do we manage to go to and from successfully?
I know
every week. The from is where it gets worrying because every week we get so shit faced. But no more. I'm gonna pretend I don't want to waste liquor, but at this point, if I keep getting shots, I'm just be like, yummy, my favorite. Because the hangover the next day is also some kind of nightmare. I can't. I always feel nauseous, headache, fucking.
And you got to get up at like 5 a.m.
No, Charlie? Thank God on Fridays, Caitlin is like, you're a dead person, so I'll just get up on Fridays. But I still have to get up at like 9, which isn't, all right. It's not bad.
Yeah.
If you've been up till like the Uber home, I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Listen to Post Malone.
Yeah, and then you're listening to Post Malone and you have enough alcohol in you to kill an elephant. You fucking wake up at 9, it still feels like, oh God. Water.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I woke up and I was just like, "Oh my God, I need some water." But like, I should have drank water while I was listening to Post Malone. What was I thinking?
I feel like it wouldn't have helped that much. It helped a little bit, but more you're just gonna be pissing your brains out,
waking up during the night. Yeah,
fucking waking up and feeling like you need to go to the cancer ward. But yeah, then I went out with my friends on Saturday, and
how?
I honestly didn't even think I was going to drink that much because we went out to dinner and I didn't have any drinks. Then me and my friend went to a bar, and I don't know what happens. I just get bar drinks.
When you're at a bar, you have to get a drink.
Right? Yeah, and it's like
once you get a drink,
different energy. It fucking gets into you quicker, I think. Yeah. And we came back here. We were watching the World Series and drinking fucking.
Which game was that? Was that the Grand Slam or the extra inning?
No, it was no, not the extra innings. It was the ones where the Yankees just lost the whole time.
Both of them, yeah.
It was bad.
What was it? Wasn't it like bases loaded and Freddie Freeman had a grand slam? That was the game.
That was game 1.
And then what game 2? Wasn't it bases loaded? And
I don't really remember because like I was getting drunk again, and pretty quickly at the bar, like the game had started. I remember Ice Cube coming out.
The Yankees loaded the bases, and it needed one hit.
Yes,
to tie the game, and then the Dodgers brought in an extra new pitcher. Mm-hmm. He threw one pitch, and the Yankees had some pinch hitter in for the lefty or whatever it was, and he hit one like to the warning track on the first pitch.
Yeah, and then the rest of the game was boring. I remember because it was just strikeouts, groundouts, pop outs, nothing.
But Shohei got hurt.
That was weird. He like dislocated his fucking shoulder or something.
Is that what happened?
Something like that.
We missed. My friend was over. Yeah, Saturday I guess it was, and we flipped back to the game and he was walking off holding his shoulder. I didn't see what happened though.
Yeah, I think I heard his shoulder popped out when he was sliding. Like his arm was behind him and it went like flunk.
But is he out? Do you know?
I think it was an injury they could pop back in.
Oh.
And if they could pop it back in, you don't not play in the World Series.
Yeah.
There's no, your whole career is to play in these games. So
well, who on the Yankees is playing with 2 broken fingers? Rizzo?
Sounds like a Rizzo thing. I don't know. I didn't hear that. I'm sure you're right. I stopped paying attention when football started. And then the Yankees were going further. I was like, ooh. I mean, I watch the games, but I really feels like every time I watch one, I'm drunk. Real quick, because a couple people chimed in.
Mm-hmm.
They paid to say they're not super chats anymore. They're pay and says.
Pay and say.
I'm gonna start my own like chat system so we don't have to fucking use bullshit ass YouTube. And like we go Steve Areno's pay and says. You pay and then you say.
Better than Rumble rants.
Oh God, yeah. Gino said that to me Thursday, and I fucking cringed out of my skin. Better than a Rumble rant, yeah. Brian Anthony paid to say, "I'll kick in for a can of Raid for this Thursday show." Steve, your meltdown over the roaches during the booth credits made my day. Also, I think it was Creep Show and not Twilight Zone. I did look at the live chat after the show was over, and I saw people were like, "Steve, look at the pores." Because, yeah, it was Creep Show, not Twilight Zone. It's the episode of the show where the guy goes, "Goddamn bugs, they're everywhere," and freaks out, because that was me on Thursday. And I knew the mics were on, because we usually kind of, say stuff during the board video.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help it, because there was one roach that I accidentally stepped on. And I was just like, what the fuck? Thing was the size of a fucking Rottweiler.
It was.
And then right after I deal with it and throw it out, another one pops out like, "Yeah, Steve," under my chair. It's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, coming out of my ass? Why? Why? The mice and the fucking roaches.
Yeah,
following me around.
Yeah, I didn't see one that offside the whole time we were there.
Never.
And all of a sudden, there was 2 just that one time.
And they were
Huge.
Poisoned.
Yeah,
like they must have escaped from next door, got in the basement, and were just like, I got drunk here yesterday.
Well, that's what they say it usually is, right? When they're like dying or about to die, they come walking out into the open. Yeah.
They come out like a disrespectful mouse, and they just go, what's up?
Hopefully he's
about
to die.
Everybody. I'm a roach tonight. What's up?
Like, is it in the eggs? Are they in my shoes?
I heard that. You ever heard that?
I've heard that too.
Like, now you have your roach fucking family in your shoe, and you got to just throw those shoes on a clothesline.
But like, do they incubate in your shoe? Or is that not how? Or they're like eggs?
These things are pests. They could probably grow and hatch.
Survive forever. Yeah.
Fucking literally anywhere. Up your nose, on the floor, on the ceiling. You could probably jam those eggs anywhere, and then eventually you're gonna go, oh, look at these guys. Now they're here. Gonna have to burn the place down.
So, what is Creep Show? I never even saw it.
I think it was a Stephen King vehicle.
Oh,
and it
really?
was kind of a Twilight Zone, Tales from the Crypt type of deal.
It was a book he wrote, or just a TV series?
I think it might have. I don't know about a book. I know it's definitely a TV series.
Oh, okay.
It's like an anthology. There's a few like different stories. One of them has Ted Danson in it, and he gets like drowned and comes back as a sea zombie. Spoiler. The other one's the guy who's like this clean freak who has like a New York City high-rise apartment, and it's completely pristine on the inside, but then these roaches keep getting in, and he's just calling people like, "There's more fucking bugs in here." He's me. Literally me. And yeah, I don't remember the other ones, but I'm sure if I saw them again, I'd remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Creep Show. Thank you for. It was not Twilight Zone. I was wrong. It wasn't black and white. Everything was just white, I think, because it was
so clean.
A clean apartment. Yeah. DBF, he paid to say, digital blackface, male or Edie cam, pretty pleased with sugar on top. Well, The mail, I have a plan for tomorrow. I'm picking it up tomorrow when I get a babysitter because I don't feel like bringing Charlie to and from that post office because it's a shitty ride for him.
Oh, it's kind of far.
I got lucky the one time where I was able to walk in with the stroller and him and then pick up all the packages. They were the exact right size and weight where I can stack them like pizza boxes and walk them out. But this time I know for a fact there's a heavy one there. So I don't want to ask one of the Staples boys to help a lady out. So I'm going to have to just go when he will be watched. So that will be tomorrow. Tomorrow's mail cam. But for today, we bring you the one and only Garrett and Steve exclusive Edie cam. Yeah, kicker. Poor Edie. She got rammed today by a car.
Did she?
Charlie's car.
Oh.
The one, that big green one that he pushes around.
That one you put together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Kaylin put it together. I put the little spikes on top. She did it while we were doing the show. But he, this morning, was being a little wild boy. And he went full speed from the coffee table to the bathroom door, just ran as fast as he could and smashed into it with this, cozy coupe.
He did it while holding the car?
Yeah, it's a car that's like this big. He holds it. He only gets in it if I push him around. He's not at the I'm going to walk around in it stage yet. He has to Flintstone it and he just doesn't know how to do it. But yeah, so we just blasted the door. And then I think it was on the way back, or maybe I don't remember what order it happened in. He ran full speed and he wasn't paying attention, I guess. And he just blasted her with it. Because
Did she yelp?
No, she just went like, ooh. Like just did that face where her shoulders like, and her eyes wide open, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah.
Good for him.
Not good. Poor Edie girl. We were like, oh, baby.
I can't believe he could run. I've never seen him.
He can
move fast at all. He's usually just like a hold on to the wall, balancing type of.
Dude, not anymore. He does that when you're around because he still sizes you up every time you come in. He doesn't move around. He just looks at you and just goes like,
"What's going on?"
It's so funny. He never does that. Little hand in the fist thing. He never does that. But then you come over and he just stands there and leans back and forth and goes, like he's gonna beat you up.
And he tries to steal my luggage.
It's basically a robber. He just makes threatening gestures and then walks over and starts taking your luggage on wheels and goes and runs away with it. His chin barely clears the top of it.
He always tries to like lock me in here with the child-proof stuff. He loves it. He like comes and stares at me and then just like click.
Yeah, baby gate, he slams on you. Usually, if I'm on the other side of it, he'll grab both bars like he's in baby prison. Just be like, "Come on, let me in." It's so fucking funny. But Edie girl, she deserves extra treats today. I think those fish treats are right on the counter, right on the wall to the right. So give Edie some Icelandic cod.
Woo!
Because digital blackface says so.
Edie, want a treat? Oh yeah.
You got the crunch mic? Come on, girl. You've eaten 100 of those. What's she doing? Just Edie. Come on, girl. Eat your treat. Good girl. There you go. All right, I guess she's just not in the mood for the really hard fish treat. Oh, well, try it again. Here we go, round 2. Yeah, that's that satisfying smush.
So how screwed do you think Bill Schulz is?
He's pretty darn screwed from what I've seen. He's what they call toast.
He's toasted?
Toast.
Wow.
Like Jim Norton's nickname.
Yeah, for some reason he posted a picture of himself in Anthony's jacket.
Let me pull it up. This was so funny.
Oh, I didn't send that.
Don't worry.
The original tweet.
I retweeted it so I could
okay.
have it on hand. And because I was proud of Bill for showboating his robbery of the, or rather pilfering of the, there it is.
Oh, wow. He has, I didn't even notice he has the Jaws bathroom curtain, shower curtain.
Yeah, well, it's curtains for him in that fucking jacket. Tell you what. So Mr. Beer Shirts, Beer Nye the Science Guy, what was this, 2 days ago?
Yeah,
1 day ago, yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Posted Jaws quote, and this is the greatest gift I've received since an Optimus Prime Christmas in 1984. And he tagged Anthony in it.
Oh, I forgot he tagged Anthony.
Yeah.
All right. So it wasn't like he
wasn't hiding
from it.
It was more this is to clean his conscience of it. I think this is a reach out for like, hey, Ant, look how good I look in the jacket. And for Anthony to respond with, you know what, Bill? Looks great on you. Why don't you keep it?
Yeah.
You keep that.
Well, it started even before this, because 4 days before that, Fred from Brooklyn tweeted a picture of Anthony in the jacket and was like, my wife hand painted this jacket, custom made it for you. Like 10 years ago, it was like the 10-year anniversary. I guess for Halloween, he was probably.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So she made him the jacket, and Fred posted the picture. And I know Pat Dixon follows Fred, so Pat probably saw that. And then a few days later, Bill posts this picture of him in the jacket. And I don't know what.
And it says, this is the greatest gift I've received. As if, hey, remember how you literally asked for it back and said you were coming to get it?
Yeah.
I mean, thanks for giving it to me as a gift. That's what you meant, right?
It's some gumption to do that, just to be like, no, I'm just going to go with he gave it to me as a gift and tag him in it, and just hopefully he'll just go along with it.
It's willing it into existence, positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if I just act as if this is my reality, maybe it will be. Maybe I can change reality if I just pretend that this was literally handed to me by the man.
Now, I don't want to blow up his spot, but it definitely looks like he got it tailored to fit skinny Bill Schulz now.
Well, he mentioned that.
Oh yeah, he mentioned that on our show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The last update we got, because this has been an ongoing saga, was that he got it tailored to himself, and I think he mentioned it again to the Bush
at the wedding.
No, there was another text or something. Maybe it was at the wedding. See, we were drinking again, so details of things get lost in the shuffle. But I think Anthony was just again like, all right, yeah, well, coming up to get it.
Again,
something like that. I could be completely misremembering.
Yeah.
But hold on, let's go to scratch cam.
Ooh.
Scratch cam. We got an Edie dog scratching away.
Yeah, get it, Edie. Get it. Yeah, get it. Fluff that up.
Perfect. Nice and comfy.
So
now.
Comfy. There you go.
That's how you do it.
Face right in that pole. Perfect.
Anyway,
so he posted that picture, and then somehow it turned into a battle with Pat Dixon
and Missy.
Well, was it? That's where I'm lost. Was it Pat that retweeted it, and then Missy responded to Pat, or responded to the Bill?
I saw the Missy stuff first on the post.
Oh, okay.
And then I saw Pat.
Oh, no, I didn't see these. Oh my God.
You didn't see this?
We look forward to its return.
Oh boy, I gotta show you. I gotta show the folks at home. This is where I started fucking giggling. I was just full of glee because I was like, what is going on? These people don't work together anymore, and there's still just the mental illness shuffle happening. So Bill Schulz responded to a comment about Bill, that's awesome. And Missy responded to Bill saying, we look forward to its return. period.
So that's like she knew that Bill talked to Anthony and he wanted it back. So, I mean, that's not bad, right?
Don't enable him, Bill Schulz said.
What does that mean? Don't enable him to want it back?
I guess so.
Okay.
Or Pat? Because maybe Pat was first with the shit talking. Now I don't know the timeline.
So
this is what I saw first. And then don't enable him. Missy says, happy to provide an address to expedite its proper return. If not, I can come get it myself.
Oh my God. They love this chat. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's a classic.
Bill, God damn it. I knew this would happen. I have all the texts when I told Anthony Cumia that I grabbed it from the abandoned studio while we were both in South Carolina. And I can send it back. But he never sent an address. So figured this was my severance check.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
Missy's not the best person to bring up severance to.
Yeah.
She's had many comments about that.
Bill got all that equipment, didn't he?
Yeah.
That Drew has. So after the severance mention, it was that jacket is priceless. It should have never left the studio unless in a garment bag to be shipped here.
Wow.
There's some fucking hot sass flying back and forth.
So much sass. Holy shit.
Dude, I was giggling. I thought this was so funny. Because it's a goddamn Jaws jacket, a Halloween costume that Bill lifted. He walked off with because he's just like, nobody told him not to. Why would we? We all got fired too.
Yeah.
We were just like, oh, you want to take something? We don't work here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and take it. We can't. Who gives? It's not our fucking deal.
That was a kind of our motto.
Yeah, we don't work here anymore.
Yeah.
So it's not our fucking problem.
I want to see the one that I saw. Hold on, sorry. Bill's jacket. Yeah, so this one.
Well, Bill's final response was, it sure wasn't in a garment bag to be shipped anywhere, but it gave me a bit of joy. Tell Ed to send me your address and I'll send that blessed blazer back on Monday.
It's not going to fit him, Bill. It's a boy small now.
And then Deb, if you get sick of that jacket, I'll buy it from you.
Oh no.
Oh no. What if Bill puts it on the bull market before it makes its way to SC? What if it goes on eBay and Bill sells it to the highest bidder?
Now, that's the one thing he can put on his eBay page that would be worth all the money that he's asking. Oh my God.
How incredible would that be?
Yeah, because people I've heard, maybe people that had seen Anthony in the jacket, but they're like, I've looked for that jacket. I can't find it anywhere. You can't buy it anywhere.
Custom made.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if people would have even thought about it if they didn't see Anthony in it, or like, people not compound people, but
I'm sure someone on fucking Etsy's like made it before for someone to cosplay Jaws. Yeah. There's no way that's the first time anybody's ever done that.
Yeah.
It's just, it was custom made by someone they know. So it's like a special sentimental value. Sentimental value on these things to the roof. Deb also says this jacket drama boils down to who wore it best. I say you did, my good man, Bill. Consider it your severance pay for being unceremoniously sacked from Compound Media. Tell them to come and get it if they want it back so badly.
The thing is, Bill got sacked 2 months before us, a month before us.
He got teabagged. Bill got told to get the fuck out before we all did. Like they could have just waited.
Right.
Oh no. Is our audio off? Hello, Joey Dago.
The Facebook ad about the jacket for sale?
Oh, hello, my good man. I'm glad.
No, that's all I had.
Oh, okay.
I thought you would go with that.
No, I was going to say something, but I thought you were saying something.
Oh, no. Did you get my picture I took outside your house?
I did. You sent that to me when I was hungover beyond belief for the second time, and I wasn't really looking at my phone. I saw it like the next day.
I love that fucking picture.
Wait, listen to this. This just in, Joey Dago from Erock, our own Erik Nagel. I was reached out to and asked why Bill was given the jacket.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow.
Wow.
Well, no, he wasn't given the jacket. He put it on and said, "I want to take this." And we're like, "No one's here to say no."
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for putting my name in this momentous occasion, because this is legendary.
It's
All right,
surely
I wanna watch
something.
this.
It's the saga of the bums continue.
This is epic. Love you guys.
Love you, Joey. Maybe we got to get a Rizzoli and Isles on this case.
Yeah.
Case of the stolen jacket. That is so goddamn funny. Well, Erock, what did you tell them when you reached out to and asked why Bill was given the jacket? Did you say it was a severance pay?
I hope Erock's answer was, I don't work for you guys anymore. I don't have to answer questions.
But it's like a guy takes something and we don't fight him to be like, no, don't take it. Doesn't belong to you. Also, everything in here in this fucking closet is junk and old costumes. And I don't know what's valuable or who gives a shit about what. So, I don't know. Who cares? That's the gorilla mask that Aaron wore years ago. Does that also have crazy sentimental value? Did someone's wife make that one?
Yeah, Gino had a lot of sentimental value stuff in there that he just left too. Because it's just like, fuck it. What am I going to do?
The Chinaman straw hat and robe.
Yeah.
Who made that?
That could have been, I wore that on the show many times. That could have been, yeah.
Did you reach out to Erock and ask why it was given to someone else? Maybe it's at Bill's house.
Oh, God. Yeah, like Bill wore it way more often than Anthony. I can't even remember the last time Anthony wore it. I want to say Gino might have worn it for like a Gino's Picks or something, but it looks similar to the blazer Gino wore, so I can't really confirm that. But yeah, I didn't. I thought it was like out of mind for Anthony, and he just wouldn't think about.
Like every other costumey fucking junk thing in that closet. Yeah. It was full of crap. And yeah, so I got an answer from Erock, by the way, just now. Erock said, I said I had nothing to do with it. All I was told, the only thing that had to make sure was sent down to South Carolina was the giant champagne bottle. I remember that. He's truthing. Yeah, that was the only thing.
That got sent down there? That...
Yes.
7-year-old champagne bottle that's not been refrigerated at all.
That is correct. That is I remember that was the only thing we couldn't take. Everything else, it was like, if it's yours, obviously take it with you. Like the microwave that I fucking never was able to go back and get. And then but like other stuff, it was like, I didn't fucking take anything that I can think of. But I remember looking around because I was like, oh, maybe because all this stuff's going in the garbage.
Yeah.
We were told by fucking Ryan, like, Ryan had to come in and basically throw all that shit out that was in that closet. So I'm looking around and it's like old wigs and fucking the gorilla mask and the Chinaman hat. And I'm just like, well,
Hawaiian shirts, ties, and
I don't really want any of this. This is like Party City junk dumpster.
And it's like, if no one touched the jacket and Compound closed, there's no way Ryan would go through to Anthony and be like, okay, we have this jacket and these ties. He wouldn't even think of being like, oh, we got to save this one specific thing.
He was too busy unraveling a fucking rat's nest of wires and equipment and figuring out the old equipment that was stuffed in that closet, what the fuck that even was and what to do with it.
Oh my God.
That I'm sure he looked at all the clothes and was just like, I don't know, who cares?
Yeah.
It's old clothes.
Yeah.
Probably
so Bill kind of saved the jacket.
The only reason, hey Garrett, I'll give you this. The only reason we're talking about that jacket is because he took it. That's for sure. But just real quick, because there were a couple other posts that were jacket related on that same Bill's picture. It was another one from Missy that just says, that's Anthony's jacket. So
Yes.
I think that was first.
That's what I saw, where it was just like, that's Anthony's jacket. And I was like, oh boy.
And then one Dave Landau wrote, it's good, but it's not as great as mine. I guess in reference to the shower curtain.
Oh wow. With a grizzly bear holding an AK-47. That's pretty cool.
I just thought that was funny. He sees what's going on there and he chimes in.
But in typical Dave fashion, just like a tangent of not the real problem, but just like, oh, he's adding on.
Yeah. Hey, he's like, I sense some tension in here. Let me bring up my shower curtain.
This will lighten the mood.
Some guy said, give that coat back to Anthony. Like, rah, rah, give the coat back. Some other guy said, that's my tie. I demand to have it back immediately. Stephen Bravo, Dirty Thief, and one Pat Dixon, who I didn't know they had any sort of beef with each other. Guess what?
Wow.
You're still fired, loser.
Wow. Why?
The only thing I can think.
Why? Wow, that's so just mean. It's not even funny.
By the way, it was to be mean. But Erock, with another
update,
just said, I was throwing shit out of that closet a week before it all closed.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there was other precious garbage that we don't even know is a problem that is missing. Because a lot of stuff got thrown out, not fucking pilfered by the fucking...
Way before we got fired, Erock would just go on a rampage and just throw stuff out in the closet. Would God bless him, totally fine with it. But like, we'd go in there and be like, wasn't there like a tic-tac-toe game or whatever it is? And it's like, I must have thrown it out. You don't even remember it. But yeah, he was cleaning the house all the time.
Which it wasn't a bad thing, because a lot of stuff he was throwing out was shit that literally been sitting there for years.
Like that jacket.
Untouched. Well,
pretty much.
That jacket had only been touched by Bill multiple times. But I get it on Anthony's point, just that, like, he was fine with Bill borrowing it for his skits. But, like,
it's his friend made
it's his jacket.
Friend's wife made it. Yeah, it's a special one-of-a-kind item. Yeah, I totally get it, but
I just
but it's like it's like the TriCaster. Like
try harder caster.
Okay, just say I don't even know, but they sent it to Anthony, the good TriCaster. He's never going to use it.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Maybe when he gets his Jaws jacket back, he'll use the TriCaster to film a high quality
he could green
Jaws
screen it
segment.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
If only he had that jacket. But Bill's holding hostage now.
Now I wanted to return it and watch Anthony try to put it on. Remember how I would try to put on Bill's jackets for the football show? And it'd be like, I'd have to sit there like this because the arms were so tight and they couldn't like put them down by my sides.
Real quickly, we have someone who'd like to join in.
Oh.
Erock.
Oh, all
right. I'm going to send him the link right now.
And we're supposed to be having Aaron Berg on later today, too, to talk about his new movie, Con Job, which I watched today. And he should be coming on after his set, hopefully, if he can make it.
He's setting right now.
He's
He's out there setting there. So once he's done setting, then we're going to have him on so he can talk to us about Bill's jacket, I'm sure.
Yes.
We got to play the trailer for the movie that you watched.
Yeah.
That he has in. I didn't have a chance to watch it. I know we have him on today, or else I would have watched it.
I'm sorry. I was sitting around. I was like, oh, Aaron's movie came out. I might as well just watch it in case we have him on. And I finished it and I was just like, fuck it, I'll just text it. I didn't think he'd be like, okay, I'll do it today, kind of thing. It was like, oh, all right.
Back to business. It's a business podcast. We had to talk about business. Pat said, so you're still fired, jerk off. Oh, what I was going to say is the only thing I can think of as to why they might be wait a minute, where's that thing? Beefing. Oh god, I thought I closed this tab out that had our stream in it. And I was literally had a moment of, I'm talking to no one. Just talking to you, Garrett. Was that in that documentary that Tass sent us more clips of. There's a clip of Bill talking about Pat after he punched Gino and talking about how Pat would buy Adderall from him, and Pat like
on Compound or some other
no,
show?
it was on another podcast.
Okay.
Now I'm forgetting what the other show was.
So
Fuck.
it was Late Night Bill, kind of like
It was him on someone else's show. Maybe it was Chrissy's. I don't know, but it was
Backyard Boys or
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was someone closer to us, like Chrissy or someone. Might not have been her though. I can't remember. But yeah, anyway, he was talking about how, you know, Pat used to buy Adderall from him, and like he had 4 different doctors with shady prescriptions,
wow.
and he used to have to like go to one place and knock on the door and wait or something. And Bill knew all this because they were fucking Adderall buddies.
Yeah.
You know, or if I'm sure if you ask Patty, he's gonna say Bill made all that up. But he also said, because he was talking about how Gino, he was like, yeah, Pat must have been on Adderall and just had a one-track mind of walking over there. I'm going to walk over there and punch him in the face, because he's like, that's how it all works.
Yeah.
I would know. So I think after that clip surfaced in the documentary thing we watched the other day, that Pat was like, yo, fuck Bill. Or maybe he has been the whole time, and this is just the first time it's bubbling up where he can get, you know, brownie points with the bush.
That's true.
And shit on Bill all in one swoop.
They are co-workers at Compound Sensor.
It is an Adderall-y thing to do. Think fucking 10 different ways you can 2 steps ahead and just be a fucking nonsense person. But yeah, guess what? You're still fired, loser. But so you said I didn't see this part, this back and forth.
Yeah, of the retweets.
So is this the first one?
I think so. Was it the first one in the link?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me assure it. Here's Pat continuing the Bill's jacket saga, because it would have went away a little bit on its own, I'm sure. Watch Bill Schulz claim he was just trolling everybody. He wasn't. Wait, hold on. Keep my face. Keep Anthony's property unless you tweet at him to return it. Oh, he'll keep Anne's property unless you tweet at him to return it.
Okay, like
Keith the cop made a copy, which was at the studio. I'm told it was intended to be shipped to South Carolina, not up for grabs for thieves.
I don't know if Keith the cop made a copy. That doesn't sound.
Keith the cop.
Keith the copy.
What do you mean Keith the cop didn't make a copy? Keith the cop copied. Keith the cop was always copying.
Oh, did you see that new Rob Lowe commercial? If Rob Lowe robbed Lowe's, how many Lowe's could Rob Lowe or something?
Is that like the Peyton one?
Kind of, yeah.
And Keith the cop copy.
The Lowe's, like the Home Depot store, whatever. Keith the copy.
Oh, and then Bill responds, we used to kind of be friends, but I honestly have stomach cringes for you right now. Look at what you've been reduced to, dummy. You're trolling me and also annoying Anthony and Missy.
Oh, no. Why
hilarious.
Are you tagging them?
You ass-kissing moron. Which, yeah, if the whole thing is you're annoying these people and then you tag them, it's like you're keeping the cycle of annoyance going for sure.
I'm amazed how, like, Bill is so open with his theft, where he's just tagging the people he stole it from and just being like, whatever.
But he didn't steal it. It was given to him.
I understand.
Bill decided.
The atmosphere right now is he stole it.
Oh God, dude, I didn't see any of this. You sent me a lot of stuff. Oh my God. All right, this is the second one you sent me. He could not be more disappointed in me. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
weird. Oh, because Bill said I'm interested. Could not be more disappointed in you. Truly. What happened, man?
Because that was someone said Bill and Pat should have a boxing match to
God. Dude, look at how many back and forths they have, because they're both jacked up on fucking Adderall. And they're just zipping at each other on Twitter.
To get one over on the other one.
I'm sure these are coming in 30 seconds apart from each other. Watch Bill Schulz claim he was just trolling everybody. He wasn't. He keep on property. Here's your answer. Pat Dixon is a 12-year-old girl. I don't even get it. Never been a fan of the whiny, pissy, let's bitch about a thing that's not a thing to people. And Jesus, Pat, you're that now? Get to the point, Bill. But good on you for this coat thing, buddy. Doing the real work. Todd chimed in. Lump. Talk about the cereal, boxing match. Oh, some guy said you guys should have a boxing match.
Yeah.
Winner gets a year's supply of Adderall. A compound sweater signed by the boss himself. Membership to Simcast. Not interested.
And so then Bill says, I'm interested.
I could not be more disappointed.
Truly, what happened to you, man?
Good for them. Again, it works. I love reading this.
Yes.
Good job, guys. Let's invite into the fold real quick before we continue someone who's involved in the controversy with the jacket, the one and only. Oh, did I mute you? You're muted. Am I crazy?
No,
everything on our end says no mute. You're doing the Geno thing. I can't hear you. What the fuck?
It's frozen? Oh, no. Okay, he'll quit out and come back in.
All right.
All right.
Perfect. We'll get that.
More tweets.
We'll get that sorted. Our show's going as perfectly smooth as the bosses did today.
Oh,
from what I hear.
I mean, many people reached out to us to let us know what was happening.
Many people. Many.
I saw a bunch on Twitter. We got an email. We got some text messages that like he wanted to take calls, but Ryan has to shut the stream down and restart it to take calls or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So he shut it down and then people couldn't get back in. And then he was taking calls and it was all people from the UK.
And they couldn't really hear them or something.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch it after we got our, all those messages. And I was just like, good for them.
Yeah.
Everything's going great, guys. Everything's working out. Now, Anthony doesn't have to worry about anything. He lost that fucking albatross around his neck. Yeah. And everything's just going to go smooth from here on out. No problems.
The thing is, like, we had the Telos box.
It's a telephone.
It's, it makes it for multiple lines to come in on. We actually had like 6 phone lines, but then it makes it all ring on one thing and from one number. So you can make that 1877 number we had, and it all rings on the same line. Like there's like 5 lines that all accept that number. And we had that box in the studio. I don't know why they didn't just take that and use that. And Anthony was paying for the lines already.
Because that would have involved doing stuff.
Yeah.
I think the point of all of this was no more doing stuff. Stuff doing's over. Money paying's done. Don't make dollars. It doesn't make sense, Garrett.
That's a good point.
Don't do $1. Don't do a cent. And it sounds like phones do $1, but not a cent.
Not a cent, yeah.
It's Erik Nagel.
Is that working?
Yeah.
I did nothing. I left your server and came back.
Perfect.
All right. There we go. Hello, gentlemen.
Glad you're here to give us more insight into Jacket Gate.
Yeah.
I
had no idea there was a Jacket Gate, a situation, any of that stuff. I had a text Sunday morning that I didn't see till Sunday afternoon, asking information to clarify on who gave the authority to give Bill the jacket.
Wait,
on whose authority?
This past Sunday?
Yeah, I think it was Sunday. Hold on.
But,
I don't want to give out any names to protect.
No, yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yesterday when Jacket Gate began.
I thought you got the text, like when Bill texted him the day that we shut down Compound, and it was like, who gave
him? Yeah.
I didn't realize it was
June 27th.
3 months later when they're like, wait, who did this?
No. What those tweets you were posting there, was that from yesterday?
Those are from yesterday and today.
Yeah.
This has been an ongoing saga.
So then, I guess it was yesterday. Yesterday morning I had a text. I didn't see it till the afternoon. And then I wrote back and I said, look, I have no idea. I had nothing to do with that. Yeah. And I was informed that they found out the situation and it was all good. Thank you. And I was like, okay. And I'm sitting there. I go, it's November. and we left end of June.
Yeah.
And this is a thing now. So I had to dig a little bit, and then I found out that Bill had the jacket tailored,
Yeah.
which is insane.
His
But
wavy little body.
yeah, it's not a jacket it's a nice jacket, but it's not a jacket that you would take to get tailored. It's not expensive enough or of high quality enough to go and do that.
Yeah.
It's like you got it off the clearance rack at a Macy's, and he just went and said, I'm going to go get the cuff shortened so I can look like a real man in
And
a
he
boy's
said
outfit.
It cost him over $100 to do it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Bill,
God.
who has
What?
the money?
Is he going to send Anthony an invoice? This is for the jacket tailoring, and this is for the untailoring.
As I was trying to get ready,
$100.
I don't know which one of you said it, but you said that I want to see Anthony try the jacket on now.
Yes.
Garrett.
Like live on his show. And all I kept thinking is him trying to put it on like this and just hearing fat guy in a little coat trying to put on the Bill jacket
Just
now.
splits in the back.
Yeah.
God damn it, Schulz.
Yeah, because you can make stuff smaller, but can you make it bigger?
I think you can cut holes in
You
it.
can let it out a little bit, but
Yeah.
if you buy like dress pants, if you notice like at the bottom, they're already cuffed. So there's enough
Yeah.
material to let it out if you need to go longer.
Oh.
Going shorter, at least for dress pants, is they bringing the fabric in and sewing it up on the inside. For a
Yeah.
jacket, that's a little different. Like that's cutting part of it off.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what I'm
on the
saying. Like, I don't know if they can make it bigger again. now.
Bill, send the jacket. Send it to them and
Well-
let them find out.
Here was the interesting thing about Bill sending the jacket back, and I think we discussed this when we saw him last Thursday or the Thursday before. Is well, what happens if he just doesn't? What then? What's the
I mean, that is a fair point. What can you do at this point? You're not gonna.
Yeah.
petty theft? Can they call the cops and the cops like retrieve the jacket?
Could
Is
you
that-
imagine? The cops won't even arrest a mugging. Garrett got beat up a block away from where we were working. The cops did nothing. I think they're gonna go seek whatever hostel Bill's crouching at to try to get back a prop jacket.
You think they're gonna kick Bill's door in because they're gonna knock and he's gonna just be like, "This jacket was given to me."
They're gonna
It's
take a box
mine.
cutter and rip open his tent as he's parked next to the post office in Midtown.
Bill's going to get shot by the cops for not trying to get back the jacket.
Fucking 10 shots each cop. He's gonna get 20 holes in him.
Open the door with his knife swinging.
Yeah. You have a fucking Jameson bottle smashed in half and use the shards to try to stab the cops. Get away! It's mine. He's gonna be wearing the jacket. You're gonna have to peel this off my fucking corpse. It's tailored to me now. It's going
This
with
is-
me.
This whole saga is completely unnecessary, but also hilarious. Like I'm
Yeah.
so glad it's unfolding this way. And then Pat Dixon popping in for no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, causing way more rip. Like they're both in this mode of, oh my god, you're annoying Anthony. Why would you do this? And tag him in a tweet. It's just like, well, I think he's re-annoyed by you.
Well, maybe the jacket will fit Missy now.
Oh, maybe.
So
Maybe that's why she wants it.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
why she is the one. Because yeah, I did notice that Anthony has not said a peep on Twitter.
I haven't heard anything, right?
It was just the text to Bill is the last correspondence I know of. But Missy has been very vocal. So I wonder if he said to her, like, I can picture him looking
Yeah.
at his phone and just go, God damn it, Bill's wearing my fucking jacket. And she's just like, I'm on it, boss.
Yeah.
And goes to Twitter and starts giving Bill the business.
Yeah. So dumb.
Real
Now
quick.
we got to investigate further. What did Joanne steal that's going to piss him off?
Joanne ran out of there as soon as she could.
She ran
Yeah.
out with some of her dignity left. She stole a little bit.
The show's not going to continue, and I go turn around to offer condolences, and she's already gone. She's
Yeah,
already
the
gone. It's just
cartoon-
Bill there picking up the pieces.
No,
Hair
she-
two and cloud of dust where she was after you said
Yeah.
no more.
Bill told us that she got like a good job where she's the understudy on a Broadway show now.
Yeah, she's doing an off-Broadway thing right now.
Oh, it's off Broadway. Okay, well,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Oh, Bill also told us, by the way, that she got fired over the phone from Bill.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she said that at one point.
that Anthony never called her or told her. Or...
Yeah, there was no "you're fired" from any. Bill was just like, "Hey, we're fired." I'm gonna go back and take that jacket though.
But I think I talked to her.
Maybe it was over the phone.
No, I don't remember. But I think I know I told Bill when I was told, and then I know I told her too. So maybe Bill jumped the gun and called her before I said something to her. Or
Probably.
I don't remember, but I know I talked to them.
Yeah, if it was separately, Bill definitely like immediately left and was like, "Joanne, we're fired." What are we gonna do? Can I live with you?
Sounds like a 1930s newsman.
Yeah. Joanne, we're fired.
Joanne, I'm gonna be in the plays with you now because I don't have a job.
But outside of the jacket and maybe some of the equipment, there wasn't really much there that was worth taking.
I know.
There wasn't any stealable stuff. It was.
It's
like saying you're stealing from the trash because that's where it went.
When that all went down, I wasn't even there when that happened. So I came back the following week, and you guys had already been, scolded, I guess, and told. I went, all right. I started grabbing bags and packing things up and throwing them out into the dumpsters. And at one point, Garrett comes over to me and he goes, "Why are you doing this? Just leave it there. It's their problem now." And I said, "Yeah, you're right, but I don't know. I had nothing else to do, so I started cleaning out the parts of the studio, the closets, all of those things. I mean, all that the props that you guys used for bits that you don't do anymore. They were all being thrown out. There was a giant broadsword for
for ISIS,
an Arab genie or something.
Yeah, there's a scimitar.
And I said, I don't even know how to legally get rid of this. I'm just going to leave it in the closet and the next tenant can deal with it.
The Got Junk guys threw it out.
I doubt they threw that out. That probably went in the Got Junk truck.
They kept it.
They just kept it next to their seat.
Look how cool it looks.
How do you throw out a big real sword? Hopefully Aaron went there and got it back.
I have no idea. Everything that was there, there was tons of just rotted glasses with concoctions throwing life in them all over the kitchen area.
Those were all Bill's Guinness glasses that he would leave in the freezer for some reason, half full, and then they would get some weird brown stain growing up the side of them.
There was a refrigerator that the entire top of was covered in glassware.
Yeah,
that was covered in gook, just nasty film, and just and it's like every time we have a guest and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll have a drink," it's like, "All right, let me give it to you in a rotten glass full of poop."
Yeah, it was just gross. So I just started throwing all into bags. And Garrett did make the point. He's like, "There's no reason to throw any of this stuff out. Why do it?" And I had nothing else to do, and I had to be there. So I said, "All right, I'll just do this." I threw everything I could out that wasn't worth a second thought. And I don't think the only thing I think I took was the one of the mic flags for Anthony, one of the old ones.
Get Gumshoe Pat Dixon on the case. He's gonna fucking sass you on Twitter into giving that shit back.
No, they were big. Those big.
It's got dude. He's gonna ask for that back. I promise.
Yeah, not happening.
We have two fucking thieves, two just open thieves that are
really
no shame.
Really. I'm not gonna name names. I saw some people walking out with mics that are very similar to the ones that are on your table there.
I know Drew gave them to us.
You want to talk about that? I guess he got permission, but somehow half that studio is in Drew's studio now.
Yeah,
that he doesn't use anymore.
I had to beg for this microphone. I had to get on my knees and beg.
Yeah, all of your compensation is now sitting in Drew's apartment or studio, wherever it is.
Got all the compensation.
No, but they were big, huge Tupperware container things that just had monitor braces on them. If you you wanted to mount the monitor up on the wall, and it was just huge and they were there from when Ben built the studio 10 years ago, and they just sat in the box on the shelf.
I remember wanting to throw those out when I first came on board, And I said, what is all this shit? Can we get rid of it? And I was told we got to save those boxes for the equipment so that if it had to move or if it had to be returned or service or something like that, we needed the boxes because all the foam in there was custom fit for the equipment.
Yeah. Well, that's like the TriCaster box. And
yeah.
But I'm just saying there were like just storage containers with lids on them that just had monitor mounts and wires that we don't even know where they're going to, and they just sat there.
And old lighting fixtures.
Yeah,
there was all that foam that was on that fucking shelf. There was just stuff that was covered in dust. It all looked 100 years old, and it was just sitting around in there.
Yeah,
there were
waiting for someone years later to throw it out.
There were some kind of flammable and hazardous chemical containers in that closet. Paint buckets from when the place was being built. And you have to find a legal way to dispose of some of those things. So down the corner where one of the places was being rebuilt for the umpteenth time, I took all that stuff and put it into boxes of their equipment and plaster and all that stuff. And I just threw it into somebody else's office with their construction materials and let them get rid of it and take care of it.
I remember like in the final day or one of them, I walked by that office and they had taken that stuff and it was sitting outside their office now. Like they moved it from inside. Like, what the fuck is this?
Someone put their trash in here.
Well, it was stuff we couldn't just throw into the dumpsters in the building. So I saw buckets of spackle and paint and other things. I go, this fits. And I just put all the shit there with them and walked away. There was no lock on those doors, so I just threw everything in their office and let them deal with it.
See, I'm the type of guy where if it's something you can't throw it in a dumpster, I would just throw it in the dumpster and be like, there's no security guards standing at the fucking thing. There's no cameras. Now that's in there, and whoever deals with the dumpster has to deal with that thing that's not supposed to be. They probably know how to throw it out. They're garbage experts.
Remember the guy that came by toward the end when he was like, you have to renew your lease on the dumpster?
Oh, yeah. I was like,
that turned out to be a scam.
It was, right?
Right, because I checked on that because it did seem it's what New York City does. You have to have those agreements, but you don't have individual agreements with like waste management or something like that. It's part of your agreement with the building.
Yeah.
And the building handles that stuff. So if somebody came in with a contract to solicit you renewing a contract for dumpster and waste removal, I think one of you called me and I said, just get his information and I'll handle it. And then I just looked at it and I went, this is bullshit. And I threw it all out. I was like, good, have him come back. He never came back, that guy.
No, because it seemed like a scam from the moment I opened the door. He was just like, you got to renew your garbage lease. And I was like, garbage lease?
Oh, yeah, do I? Okay.
I'm leasing garbage? I thought I was the garbage that the building was being leased for.
I'm the garbage leasee.
I'm the leasee. I don't. There's enough garbage on lease in this office, sir.
I think Garrett knows this. Before the law firm went in across the hall from us, we didn't know what was going in there. The doors again were not functioning like they're supposed to. So we used to go in there to make phone calls or your guys' other recreational activities. And
there a bunch of times.
I went in there. I was trying to figure out how to swap out the new chairs they had for us. Like put our old chairs from the broadcast studio and all that and put in there and take some of the new chairs. But then I came in one day and all of a sudden the locks and the frosted glass were there. I was like, all right, that ain't happening.
I know what you could have done it. Steal them.
Well, I couldn't get in at that point. They put the key locks and everything on it. But before they did that, it was just open game. You walk in there and do whatever you want. But
pee as much as you want.
Too late.
Yeah, sometimes the bathroom would be locked and full of people.
Oh yeah.
And I would go, well, it's the office. It's like one huge bathroom. Could be anywhere.
You refuse to go to the women's room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I? Some kind of weirdo creep man?
Yeah, I didn't do that either.
Work hours, but
even at night I wouldn't do it. I would just like, well, there's a perfectly fine men's room. Why would I go to the women's?
It's twice as.
What am I, a lady?
There were times where the men's room was so heavily occupied that we had that little middle of the floor, the stairwell and stuff, that I seriously was debating. I'm like, I know some of these floors are locked unless you have a key from the from their floor to go through. What if I just try to pee down the in between the railings going all the way down to the bottom? I gave it a lot of thought.
It would atomize and spread out, and you would, no one would notice.
Yeah, I mean, 9 floors up, and if you aimed it perfectly, you could get it straight down and get it all the way to the first floor through that staircase, the stairwell. And boy, if you're on the bottom of that, I don't think it would atomize. I think you would just be getting rained on.
Because I was also trying to measure. I'm like, I think the technique for this is, like you said, if you aim it square and true to get through that little area, that you had a certain amount of time to push it all out super fast and then run away before it hits the bottom floor and makes the big loud splat that somebody's going to recognize. And then you already had to take off and get onto the, back onto the floor before anybody knew what floor it came from. But yeah, didn't do that.
No, when John used to work at Compound, he would if you go into the men's bathroom, I don't know if it still was open, but there was like a
that panel door.
Yeah, panel door that you could, and he would
smoke.
He would smoke cigarettes and weed in there, and he like lit a joint in there, and his first hit dropped it all the way. And then he tried later on to go down into the basement and find it.
Oh my God, it's a joint.
One of the first times there, and I saw that panel and it wasn't shut all the way. I go, well, you're standing there peeing and you're going to go, well, what's in there? You peek it up. He left his like crystal bowl. He would leave it there behind the panel. And I'm like, it's one thing to smoke in that little room, but it's another thing. You're leaving it there so anybody can fuck with your stuff.
Yeah.
Your accoutrement.
I know. Yeah. He was really loosey-goosey with his drugs. Yeah.
Yeah. He, I just thought it was weird that he would even smoke in there because it was more like a shaft than the front of it looked like a fuse box opening, but it was just like you could kind of look up to the fucking roof of the place.
And then I think someone above us or whatever, they started complaining to the building that like every day at like 11 o'clock it starts smelling like weed in our bathroom, and they couldn't figure out why. We all know why, but I don't know if they ever. And then I think John got canned, so it kind of ended soon after that.
Yeah, it was weird. One guy got fired and the weed smell stopped. Speaking of getting fired from Compound, these people paid to say. They threw us some pay and says. I don't want to ignore them anymore. Win at all costs. Ant was not happy. Talking about today's show, where the callers mishap. Ant was not happy and even said Garrett and Steve would have figured it out.
Wow, he didn't say Garrett and Drew.
Yeah, that's weird.
Way to go.
He probably said Garrett and Drew. Win at all costs being nice, or if he did, he meant. Because Drew,
Yeah.
No, he was right. The branding is better for Garrett and Steve.
Yeah. Easier to say.
I don't even know what happened. I don't know if I have access to watch any of that stuff anymore. So
basically, we didn't watch it, but we were told that he had a call-in show or tried to, and like the stream cut out, and they were gone for a while, and then they got callers on, but they couldn't really hear them, and it didn't work right. Some shit. And Anthony was pissed off.
Yeah.
All that time when we were doing it and people would think that the service sucks. We're not 90% of the time. It had nothing to do with what was coming out of our studios.
Yeah.
It was that new company that we had to switch over to during the pandemic. The majority of the problems that we had, if it wasn't being published on time for on demand, if there was a streaming issue, like once in a while it was something on Drew's end with the restream thing, or something was crapping out on the TriCaster, like that happened. But the majority of the issues that we had were not us. We're not at our facility. It was that other company we had to use all the time
that hated us.
Yeah, they hated us. They were Silicon Valley people that once they signed the deal and they figured out what our content was and everything, they resented making the deal. They legally couldn't get out of it and did everything possible to delay us fixing things, screw things up. We couldn't just go live. We had to schedule coding.
I know.
In order to go live at a certain time.
I've never heard of that.
there were times where like this thing called Cloudflare. So like Cloudflare would fuck up and like certain broadcast entities or even services would just be out on the entire East Coast. And we're sitting there like, what? Why? But the internet's working. Yeah, but it runs through this system. So if Apple's down and Spotify's down, we're down. It's like, we're not at that level. We should be able just to turn this on, whatever. But yeah, I wanted to put that out. The majority of stuff was not Drew or Steve or Garrett or anybody else there. And we were able to too. The second something was wrong, sometimes it was just little overlooked things like go in there. Oh, we didn't click this box in the back end. Oh, there it is. Now the episode's there. It wasn't phone issues. Wasn't that kind of streaming issues. Wasn't all that stuff. Because if it was something on our end, all of us figured it out quickly and got it done relatively fast.
Yeah, I can't. Besides, like the TriCaster failing all the, that run where it just kept shutting down, we really didn't have that many technical issues.
No, just the TriCaster turning off.
Yeah.
But even when that happened, we had a backup recording and we had the backup TriCaster streaming the audio. And then when we, figured out
switch the background
that the thing turned off, we would switch the raw feed that didn't have any background or anything on. So you didn't lose anything really. If you were so drawn to someone's fucking green screen background, there was like 5 to 10 minutes where you couldn't see it. And it was it ruined the show. But other than that, like the show went on, there was no interruptions really in any of the content. They were still talking on a talk show.
Yeah.
But hey, when it all costs, just wanted to let us know that. And this, he paid to say it was a shit show. And I did say Garrett and Steve. Todd, I want to read
it and put it for like an intro for your show now. Garrett and Steve would have had this fixed.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's a good quote. But we have another $20 pay and say from Todd. Our good friend Lump had nothing to do with anything we're talking about. My doctor warned me to go in for a blood test and wanted to add an HIV and Hep test. I pulled out my wallet and showed her the condom I had in there that expired in 2016. She laughed. I cried a little inside. Why is your doctor sending you for AIDS test, Todd?
I don't know.
What are you just had a stroke, so you're pounding ass?
Yeah, no job requires that.
No.
That's something like, hey, we're kind of concerned. We think you might have diabetes. We think you might have AIDS. That's when you go to do those tests. It's not required just for your standard blood work.
The first time I had kidney stones in college, went the Bellevue Hospital, which is kind of famous. I was like a street behind my dorm, so I went there, and then they gave me stuff, gauze to pee through, whatever, and they're like, come back in a week for this appointment just to check on how you're doing. And I come back, and I'm sitting there in this waiting room in like an upper part of the hospital. And then I get called in and they like start weighing me. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, so how long have you had HIV? And I go, what? I'm like, what the fuck? I have at first I thought like, what? And I'm like, I had a kidney stone. And she's like, oh God, they sent you to the wrong place. Oh, thank God.
You just caught it. There's AIDS everywhere in here.
Imagine she said, yeah, we know, but answer the question.
Yeah, like, yeah. And then I didn't do any of the kidney stone follow-up. She was like, just go home. She's like, I feel so bad. Just go home.
Do I still have to do the copay? We scrap that?
Yeah, none of that. So
wait, why would you just go home? Didn't you go there because you had kidney stones?
She was like, do you still have pain? Or like she kind of asked some stupid question that she didn't know. And
I'd be like, hey, just because you're an idiot and you fucked this whole thing up, don't half-ass my treatment now. I want to make sure I'm not pissing out rocks in the near future. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have AIDS.
I was young, I was fine.
Dumb full of cum.
Yeah.
AIDS cum in your butt.
My butt's full of cum. Bloody cum.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's quite a misfire.
Yeah.
I can't believe the doctor though just shuffled you out of there. Like, oh, I'm just so embarrassed. I can't even treat you today. I'm so embarrassed. It wasn't
even, oh my God, I picked up the wrong folder or I walked into the wrong patient room. It's they sent you to the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone looked at you and then, oh, the AIDS guy.
Next place, he's at a methadone clinic. They're giving him the tube in his arm. And he's like, wait, what?
Yes.
They just can't get his shit right.
So I guess Aaron's not dropping by.
He can come by. I think he was setting. So he's either probably going to come by around 10 and just pop in, or he's blowing us off and big timing us, which would be pretty funny too.
Hey, your board's filling up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that's filled up. I'm in the process of just ordering a new board with more slots on it that I can screw these into.
Okay. So where's the first board gonna go?
They will be absorbed by the new bigger board.
Oh, okay, I got it. I thought you bought the same board and you're gonna have like two.
And by the way, the new board is like the maximum size. So if that one fills up, which it probably will, I don't know. Then we're just gonna have another one. We're gonna, and this one's gonna be fucking huge. So if we have to have more than one board, this set is going to look insane.
You're gonna mount it on that wall so that you have to see it even when you're not doing shows. Have family over.
That's the thing. Yeah, I can't mount it because it's not. This is my wife's wallpaper wall. I can't just start fucking nailing shit into it. I'm gonna have to like mount it over there, and we're gonna have a second camera that's just dedicated plaque cam that I'm gonna put in
like a picture-in-picture thing.
Yes, it's just be in the corner the whole time. You can just see your name at any time you want to look at it.
Why don't you broadcast from Garrett's for a while?
Do you have a wall we can nail a bunch of plaques to?
I mean, my wall. The only thing, my walls are like the cement walls that when you try to nail something in and then the nail just bends.
Oh,
it kind of stinks.
So we'll drill it in.
Yeah, I could drill it in. That works. So yeah, we could do that from my place. But now my wife has to wake up so early for her new job, so late time is.
Oh, now it's your wife's fault. Don't worry, I blamed her for the wall too.
She had to pick up.
I blamed my wife for this wall, so you got to blame yours for your wall. It's only fair. What'd you say, Erock?
I said she had to pick up an extra shift to cover for Garrett.
That's true.
First shift. Well, anyway, Erock, before you came on, we were in the middle of the Bill Schulz, Pat Dixon showdown on Twitter. The last one we read was about Bill saying, "I'm disappointed in you," and Pat saying, "You're disappointed in me." Holy shit. Let's throw this back up there. And then Bill responds, "Oh, sweet, dumb baby angel. If you're going to troll, do it with someone who's got a following, going to give you your precious hits. I am not that guy."
Would you consider this trolling from Pat? I think it's serious, right?
I think it's rather forthcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bill's he's bought a one-way ticket to a punch jaw if he keeps up all the sass, and Pat doesn't take too kindly to joking around, especially not with his private Twitter life. Just return the jacket.
That's what
Pat, see, he's getting down to business. He's getting one-track mind. Return the jacket, Bill. Or I'm gonna make you sorry. Oh boy, what is this? So
Bill texted Pat, seriously? And then Pat screenshot it and reposted, haha, yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Was wondering if this Bill says SEZ was wondering if this whole thing was some weird Andy Kaufman thing you're doing, but you're not that clever. You're just desperate. I wish you the best on that, buddy. And do miss how much money you'd spend after going through your Adderall that you'd pay me for mine.
Oh God.
Selling Adderall is a felony.
That's kind of funny. I got to give him that one.
Yeah.
I think that was.
This is all kind of funny, Garrett. All of it is.
I don't know. More of it was just like bitching back and forth to each other.
Mm-hmm.
The selling Adderall as a felony was kind of a funny comeback, but
comeback. And he was like, you know what? That is good. So he also quote tweeted Bill with the same line. This is different. Selling Adderall is a felony. We all know that, right? People, you all know what I'm talking about. Raise the roof.
At least he didn't go the step further where when people try to do that, they go and they copy the law from some legal site and they
At
paste it back
FBI.
there. And then you go,
Yeah.
oh, okay, we get the point.
And Bill just said you were special needs at the time, so I think it was a charity tax write-off.
That Steve felt that he needed to repost.
No.
No.
I'm checking the quotes because I think this is further than you went, because that was the last tweet you sent me.
Oh, okay.
Further into the rabbit hole. So the big money you're getting from a drug addict retard was charity? Huh?
Now it's not even making sense anymore.
No.
They're too deep.
You're saying the Adderall kicked in?
It's we're 15 quote tweets and tweets in. You're a comedian. That makes me happy that this is a title you claim. What? Oh, the title you claim with too many periods in it. The drug addict retard. I see. And then I think that's where it ends. I think that's
They just get along.
the
They're
end
not
of the
even
line.
in the same
I
building
know.
anymore.
I know. They're never going to run into each other again. Yeah, but I'm not sure what made Pat white knight for Anthony. Where I guess he saw Missy's tweet being like, that's Anthony's, and then he just had to call him out.
This will get me in good with the boss. If I pony up to his main squeeze, you see. I start getting on her side about the jacket thing. Next thing you know, I'm invited to the house.
I love Pat Dixon Noir.
Hey, old gumshoe Pat. Yeah.
Did you ever play LA Noir?
I did.
Wasn't
I played-
a big fan of it.
I played it for a while, and then I realized this is all just pick your own adventure. There's no
Yeah.
action happening here.
Uh-huh.
You're running around just talking or driving around. You're talking to everybody, getting tips, clues, trying to solve cases, but there's no like high-speed chases. There's no gunfighting. There's none of this stuff. Because I thought it was like GTA, but set back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, somewhere in there.
Around there.
You were a detective. You got to like pick stuff up and like rotate the analog stick, so you just go like this with it repeatedly. Like, oh, this is good evidence.
Yeah.
It rotates so well.
At least the doubt meme came out of it.
I was just gonna say that. You also could press X to doubt, and you press X while someone's talking to you, bullshitting while you're interrogating them, and you press X, and your character just goes,
But yeah, you're right. I felt like it was really on the rails, and it didn't really
nails off the rails.
matter what your choices did. It was just going to get to the end point of the cases solved or whatnot. It didn't matter if you, I don't know, doubted a guy or asked some certain question and got to skip ahead, or
Sometimes they got mad if you doubted them.
Yeah.
So they go, well, fine. I don't need to waste my time talking to you. It's like, all right, fuck you, asshole. I don't really want to play this game.
But yeah, you had to read their facial expressions because that would give away. Like sometimes they'd be like, looking around a lot, and sometimes they'd be making like high eyebrow faces. But it was PS3 or PS2.
3, I think. Yeah.
It was old enough where the graphics weren't fantastic, so it just looks stupid. Just some guy was making a really dumb, mushy face.
I always hate those games where like you have to mind read the game developer and be like, wait, does the developer think if you raise your eyebrows you're lying or not? Like it doesn't really, like you just had to kind of guess what they thought.
Yeah, there isn't much curve to figure it out on your own. You're trying to figure out, all right, how would they play the game?
Yeah.
And then you're spending all your time wondering, like, wait, did I make the right decision? Do I have to go back to the checkpoint? What if I answered something else? And
yeah, I hate those games too because I want to like see what my other answer would have happened, and then you can't because you already passed it. So you reload it and do it again. Yeah,
I hate games like that. I was last year I was playing a game called Talos Principle, and you're this entity trying to figure out your existence and why you're there. And it's kind of a religious game, I found out later. But like there's a voice in a tower that's talking to you, and you got to go through these mazes to figure things out, and then you find little pieces of wisdom, scripture, all this shit. What I didn't realize is that there's certain points you do something, then all of a sudden it looks like these doors open in a church and it's the stairway to heaven. And you go, this can't be the end of the game, but they're telling me this is the end of the game. I haven't even gone over to that building yet. So like they keep throwing endings at you. And so I did it, and I'm like, and then you're going through this whole storyline, and then the game's over. I go, what was all that other shit over there that I didn't get a chance to do? And now I got to go back to a save point, and they just kept throwing false endings at you the whole time, to the point where I stopped enjoying the game and was getting mad because I didn't know which was the right ending to take, or
true ending, or whatever it is. Yeah.
And then now they came out with a second one, and it's on sale on Steam. So yes, I bought it, and I'm going to try it now and go through that.
Yeah, I hate the games with achievements that are like beat the game on normal mode and then beat it on hard mode and then beat it on extreme. And yet, like, who's playing the game 3 times? You know, like,
there are people, man. There are people. They stream on Twitch doing it too, thinking that it's going to make them money.
Well, you know, at least you're streaming it, and there's some point to do it. But, you know, like most of those games, like Mass Effect, where it takes you 60 to 80 hours just to get through one playthrough, and then I have to play it again on a different difficulty to get another achievement.
I mean, that goes back to the 80s, the first Super Mario game. You beat the game, and then all of a sudden you have the option to play the game as Luigi. And you go, oh, okay, I can play as Luigi now. And then you just go through the same game again, except now you're white and green instead of red and black. And
yeah, I've been dying to play as Mario's cuck brother.
Yeah.
That's what we all were waiting for. What a shitty prize at the end.
I think it was just Mario again, but there was like more enemies, or it was like a little bit harder.
Luigi, always harder than a Mario.
Yeah, I don't whatever.
Our other guest is here.
Oh, nice.
All right. So, you go and have fun with Mr. Berg. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for stopping by. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out, Mr. Rock.
Yeah.
Appreciate the extra insight into Jacket Gate 2024.
I know. I'm gonna have to find out now if maybe next week, hey, you didn't hand in your building keys or your ID, and it's been 6 months now.
Yeah, I do. I still have my compound ID. I have it.
I have my elevator key still.
Ooh. We should go up the elevator at night and look at the rat shit on the floor.
Yeah. Well, no. Then we're trespassing apparently, and we'll get sent to jail.
Yeah.
Just like Gina.
Yeah.
All right.
Jailbird Gene.
See you guys later. Hi, Aaron. Bye,
Later.
Aaron. Bye.
Hi, Aaron.
It's Jordan from that movie.
Oh, no way.
Jordan Goldberg or Goldenstein.
I think it's Steinberg. Jordan Steinberg. Dude, how are you guys?
Great. How you doing?
Doing
I'm
spectacular.
Driving, so I could just use audio if you want me to, because it's not lit very well.
No,
but it's your call.
Yeah, we need to see you.
Okay.
Need to see that face of yours.
How are you?
Doing good.
Sad and unemployed and thinking about it every day.
I've been drunk for like 3 months. I fell off the wagon, so I've been drinking like every day, but I'm like, I got it under control. But yeah, it's like mostly just wine and whiskey and beer and like hard liquor. But I feel good, and it's like, look, I have a lot of time by myself now. You know, my family left, which is probably for the best, and I lost my house, but I have like a nice apartment kind of in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, so the commute's not long.
Is that by Soul Joe's? Soul Joe's?
Yeah. So it's pretty close. I stop by there once in a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're stressed out, so you probably need a few drinks here and there, you know.
Dude, look at this car.
Wow. Alfa Romeo. Someone's doing well and Italian.
Hey, you like my car? Do you know what happened? I have my.
It runs on a spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, I put a marinara in the tank and a little gabagool. I hit a deer in the Dodge Ram, and I was like, fucking dumb deer, whatever. It didn't do nothing to my truck. And then I got out and I was like, ah! And like the whole front left side was mashed up. And I didn't check on the deer, which was bad. I just let it run off. I guess it was fine. It was probably had some hip problems or something. I hit it.
What are you supposed to do if you smash a deer? You're supposed to go back? I hit a deer once.
I think locals come by and get it. And
Yeah.
use it for the meat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I talked to
good.
Rich Voss. He said he hit a deer once, and then some guy showed up. He's like, "Hit a deer, huh?" And Voss thought he was going to help him, and he's like, took the deer and left.
Can I have this?
Yeah, it basically didn't even ask, just took it.
I didn't stop driving when I hit the deer because it didn't annihilate my car. It's literally it was a headshot. It popped out from the side of the road, and the very left, like end of the left side of my bumper hit this thing right in the fucking head. And I just see it for a split second pop out and then go wham and whip back into the fucking woods.
No.
And I just kept driving because like, oh, Caitlin was in the car with me and she was like, what was that? Did you like just drive over a rock or something? And I was like, no, I think I just hit a deer.
Did you hear the deer go, "I'm going to sue you. I got your plate."
No, it was just going, my brain's not good anymore. Half of it came out of my ear.
Yeah, it was it ruined, like something was dripping out of the front of the car, and I was like, oh, I hope it's not the coolant. It was the wiper fluid, because it smacked that open. I was like, oh, something smells like, so I thought something was wrong with the engine. Turned out my daughter left spoiled milk in the back seat, and it just went all over the car. So I was like, oh, something smells like spoiled milk. And I was like, oh, it's spoiled milk. Okay, it's not.
Deer remnants.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
How old is Piper now?
14.
Wow. Holy
Damn,
shit.
that's
Dang.
rough.
She's 7. I'm kidding. You guys renovated a compound. It looks different. The green screen is really cool.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's eye-catching now. Before it was not so eye-catching.
Oh, I love it. What's the plaque in the middle of you?
It's the Garrett and Steve Club commemorative plaque. It is on
I
our
almost hit some
Patreon.
fucking Palestinian guy just for fun. He was looking all confused. He's like, "Where's the river? Where's the sea?" And I'm like, "Nah, this is 8th Avenue, dumbass." What's the commemorative plaque do?
All the Patreon members that grease us $100
Yeah, they give us grease.
to get their name on the plaque.
Oh, that's nice. Like a good table.
Yeah.
You're buying your way into the Garrett and Steve Club. And it's
You
like,
guys are
well, what other
rich.
perks do I get? A plaque.
Are you guys rich?
Oh, fucking rolling in it. Just ask our wives.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. You guys going to do your dumb radio show hobby again? Fuck
Yes,
you.
we
How was your set tonight?
Yeah. I was set.
So, new movie drop, guys.
I saw it
The
today.
Blowjob.
We have the clip of it if you'd like
This
to
is
watch.
called The Con Job. I look forward to Garrett's
Wait.
review.
No,
After
this is like
watching,
that's like a half a trailer or something. It's not the.
after watching the first shift review that you did, I was like, I'm gonna watch this movie, because I wasn't going to, because I had vibes that I was like, oh, it's not gonna be great. Maybe and I didn't know. And then I was like, I watched my scene, and now I'm like, I'm gonna watch the whole movie, and I like the movie. You were right.
It was good. Like it was a conservative movie. I don't know how else to put. Not like that's a glowing review, but like it was conservative values, and everyone was kind of like just like in my mindset type of thing. And there was no wokeness or any weird diversity or all that.
Speaking
stupid
of
stuff.
which, did you guys see fucking someone stole my Puerto Rico joke and did it on TV last night?
That's everyone has a take on whether or not Tony Hinchcliffe's a jerk or not.
I know, it's crazy all day. I saw him do it Saturday at the club, and then I DM'd him and I was like, that joke's gonna kill, and sure enough it did. Good for him. Everyone I think is jealous. I would love that type of fucking type of heat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Getting in trouble as a comedian for making a joke is that's you did it. You've made it now. You're Shane Gillis. You're fucking. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Just
and
keep making jokes.
He's already fine.
That's the thing. He was already doing the garden. So like,
oh, he did the garden himself.
The Kill Tony show
did,
would do the garden.
Yeah.
I don't know about it like this, like a stand-up special, but like his podcast was doing the garden.
He's
easier, I
doing
think.
great. Tony's killing it. And
Good. See you later.
people think it might hurt Trump, but I think it'll be forgotten in 2 days.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Like some people were like, "What are you thinking? Bringing out a comedian that'll just." Now they're only talking about his jokes and not all the policies that you.
Yeah, but
There-
Trump
there's
don't
people-
give a shit.
There
Yeah.
was people that were like, "Oh, he made a joke about Puerto Rico. Now I'm not voting for Trump." That's what tears me. Have you seen the commercials that are like, "Kamala is for they them, and not for you," and it's like, who the fuck was sitting around going, "Man, I hate trannies, but I don't know who to vote for."
Me.
Oh, Aaron.
Me. Yeah. I said this on stage tonight. I go, I don't think Puerto Ricans really cared because most of them were like, don't speak English. And they're like, ¿Por qué está guy with AIDS on stage, Madison Square Garden? They just had no idea. They're like, Freddie Mercury. See.
And I'm sure they would make fun of their own stupid island.
Yeah.
It is trash.
I've been there. You've been to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I went earlier this year.
Yeah, I like it. Where'd you
Me
stay?
too.
Escondido?
God, I forget where I stayed. Somewhere right on the beach, the north side.
Plaza Escondido. I stayed at the Hilton. It's really touristy down there. And then we went to like Old San Juan. We had ceviche. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
all they got to do
when you
if
were
they
there?
get rid of those Puerto Ricans, it's like Jamaica, you know? It's like you just
The
get all these
place I was at, it wasn't really. It was mostly just like touristy people. Yeah.
Yeah. Escondido's where I stayed.
Oh. Well, did you have any Mai Tais or pina coladas?
No, I don't
Did you
drink.
drink?
Still don't drink.
Wait, I thought you said you were drinking now.
I was joking. That was jokes.
Thanks, serious Aaron.
Yeah, Garrett, don't infer. He's in the wagon or something. You don't infer he's been drinking.
Yeah.
Hurtful.
No weed. I haven't had any weed for 6 months. Nothing
Oh
fun.
wow.
Didn't you quit weed after it almost killed your father-in-law?
So what?
So tell us about this con job. Like, how does it come about?
And tell us about the sequel to First Shit, Second Shit.
Second Shit is coming out. And the tagline for Second Shit is, now it's runny. Because First Shit, as you know, was like a thriller. You didn't know if the shit was going to come out. You're like, why is this guy so old? He hasn't shit yet. But this one, it's like Chris Tucker's in it, and he plays the shit. And, you never touch a white man's asshole. Con job came about. My friend Minuin reached out, I think, and was like, hey man, this guy's making this movie. I think you'd be great for this part. And then I reached out to him, and he sent me the script, and I read it. It was really funny, and I was like, all right. And he's like, I want you to do a read on Zoom or Skype or whatever. So I was at the gym. So what I did was like, I was really pumped, but I went and pumped up, and I go, let's do it in half an hour. And then I told the lady that owns the gym, I'm like, I got to do a self-tape thing. Can I do it in the back room? And she's like, yeah. So I go to the back room, and I just did it. And I'm like yelling and being Jordan. And like some people would walk in and want to use like a Peloton bike and just look at me like I was crazy. Because sometimes people have like a camera set up at the gym, and they'll just tape themselves working out to see how it looks and stuff. But I'm just like, motherfucker, I want Richard. And these people are like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? But then I sent it, and he's like, dude, it's great. And I kind of felt like I was like, oh, I'm the guy for this. And he said like they were looking at one other guy maybe, but then he's like, I saw you. And then they go to shoot it, and it was in Long Island. They wanted me like 6 a.m. and I got real sick. Like, you know, I don't cancel shit, and I was really sick, and I've never done this. And it was a shoot day, and I was DMing him or texting him the night before. I'm like, dude, I'm really fucking sick. I've never done this. I cannot come tomorrow. And I was like, fuck, they're going to recast it or something. And I didn't know. And Dean Edwards reached out. And I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry I can't be there. And he's like, no, we'll shoot other scenes, whatever. And he goes, I just let him know. I'm like, Aaron Berg's the guy. You can't replace him. And so then we went and shot it. It was fucking, it's killer, man. It's so funny.
Yeah, this role was made for you.
That's what it seems like, but it's
the
like
musclehead juice guy that's on all these pills and supplements, and he's just fucking yelling and screaming.
I
all the
saw
time.
the 30-second clip you posted on your Twitter, and I was just like, oh my god, I've seen Aaron do this. This is Aaron.
This is Aaron. Yeah.
The other, and I think I said it last time. The other movie, First Shit, that was more serious actor Aaron, who's like, no, don't kill my son.
Yeah.
This was more Aaron. Aaron.
No. He said, no, kill my son.
Oh, that's right. no, kill my son.
Kill my son! Just yelling it.
I won't take my first shit in front of you. You can go ahead and kill my son. I won't do it.
And then I promise I'll shit. I'll shit with him here. Kill him. Goddamn, kill him.
Now in
first shit.
Yeah.
I had to do they wanted me to go for a colonoscopy and I kept putting it off. I'm like, there's nothing wrong. So I go, hey, can I do that thing where I just shit in a box? You know, you could do that and stuff.
Cologuard.
Yeah. So I did that and I was like, one morning, I'm like, oh, here it comes. And I went to shit and it was like 3 of the smallest pebbles I've ever shit out in my life. And I had to rub it with the thing to get some of the shit on something. And I was like, oh, they're going to be like, that's all you shit? You clearly have rectal cancer. But it was fine. I'm fine.
So
when you did it, by the way, because I did this once too to figure out why I have diarrhea 24/7.
Oh, you did Cologuard?
It was like that. It was called
okay.
something else. But it was the same thing. Did you have a thing that it was kind of like a coffee filter that you had to put on top of the toilet?
Yeah.
That you had to poop into? And how did you do it?
Yeah.
Because mine, I had to stand up to use because I had to in the instructions it says put on top of the toilet lid. So I stood up and I shit all over the seat.
Wait, you put the lid down and you shit
No, not lid down.
Oh.
Not the hole was open, but the toilet seat thing was laying on top of the toilet seat.
Oh.
And if it was so close to my ass that if I sprayed into it, it would have just been on my ass cheeks. It would have been touching my ass.
You could have put it
That
under
seems
the
like
lid.
you got the dollar store Cologuard.
I did.
You just put it there's a not a stand, but a frame. You put it on the porcelain, then you put the seat down, then the little coffee thing is in there, not coffee thing, the shit filter, and then you just shit in the thing. That's it.
Yeah, I think I did mine wrong because I sprayed on the seat and I was like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
It was everywhere. And then I had to fucking scoop some into vials and it was like I'm playing with fucking Play-Doh.
Yeah,
it was
fun.
really,
and it stinks. You're like, oh, shit stinks.
I had the exact same reaction where I was like, I knew shit stinks.
And shit stinks, but you're just like, oh, my shit stinks.
When you have to play with it, all of a sudden it's like vomit. I was gagging. I was like, fucking.
Play with
Imagine fucking Indian people smelling it all the time.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, oh, it's in between my toes.
I was raised in middle-class family.
What the fuck is that smell?
What does it smell? Something stink. It's your foot. Your foot. You walking shit.
I don't know why that guy always answered the phone with his feet.
That guy was so funny.
So the con job scene, you come in and your veins are popping out. Were you pumping iron right before to get?
No, I asked. I was like, "Hey, dude," he's like, "I got some weights if you want to pump." I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "But then you're gonna have to do it all day." I go, "All right, never mind." And it was, So I didn't, and I can tell because I'm like, I look good, but then I'll also look at me in some shots, and I was like, "Oh, my chest looks flat." So it's, that's part of body dysmorphia where you're just like, "Oh, okay." Sometimes I look good, and then sometimes I don't.
Whatever muscles
I have body morphia because I know I'm fat. Anyway, what you're saying?
Whatever muscles that are above your shoulders, those are looking really good. Those are really high.
The traps. Yeah, my
Trap,
traps
yeah.
are getting good.
trapezoids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trapezoids.
Now I sent the clip in from in the separate email.
So we have a clip.
Let's watch
First
the clip.
though, Toolman Mike would like to. He's doing a pay and say. He would like to ask Aaron for one last. I'm Mike.
Oh, I'm Mike.
I'm Mike.
I'm Mike. Remember Mike? We met him in Vegas. He's Mike from Utah. He's like a big working man. He was in Vegas and he smelled like body odor severely. Such a nice guy. He was huge. Real man's man.
It's a separate email. Sorry.
Hands the size of Steve's arm.
Did you ever use that tool, the Tranny Buster 3000?
I use the Tranny Buster 3000 all the time.
Oh, okay, good.
I hang up my daughter's Taekwondo belts with a nail.
Yeah.
And also, sometimes I go down to McDougal Street and hunt trans people.
Like American Psycho?
No. I find them and I say, do you have any work you need done around your home? If so, I have this hammer. And then I go over to their house. I'll do odd jobs for them and then do sex on them.
You say this hammer is for they, them, but also you.
See, you thought it was a transphobic joke, but it turns out it was a trans non-phobic joke.
Yeah. I thought you were going to kill them, but no, you just have sex with them and fix up their apartment.
Yeah, but we're not
Everybody.
surprised. You've always been known for your
all the
trans
comics
positive
love
comedy.
Sex with the trans people.
That's a good point.
Comics love sex with trans people.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, to each his own.
Now we're going to play a clip from the movie, and then I want you to tell me how this worked, and then what was your motivation behind this scene.
Okay.
Here we go.
Garrett, this is a picture. Wait.
No. You can't play it?
Hold
It had
on.
a play button on it.
It did before. Where'd the play button? Hold on.
I think it's just a picture.
Oh, I got it. Here we go. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Fucking thing. Got it.
George, why? It's off. It's cool, man. We're still gonna get the Richards. I want fucking Richards. We're getting it.
Yeah, I got it. I'm a man of my word. I promise to get the Richards for a special day. I got it.
Okay, I'm staying.
Order received. Food's on the way.
Fuck yeah, I'm fucking ready to eat. What the fuck? Oh God. What the fuck, man? This shit's fucking cashmere, Jordan. What the fuck?
Dude, are you alright?
No, I'm not fucking alright. Do I look fucking alright to you, man? What the fuck?
No, not you. Jordan, man. That's a lot of vomit.
Yeah, I'm totally fine. I throw up all the time, man. I'm sorry about the mess. Oh, man. Sorry about that.
Dude, there's a lot of blood in your vomit.
No, that's no more than usual.
No.
But Aaron, why would you vomit on him again if you just puked on him? So
I vomit all the
inconsiderate.
time. I like my favorite line is like, no, that's no more than usual. And then it goes, no amount of blood is the usual amount of blood. And I like that he throws up all the time because when I would take creatine monohydrate in the morning, I literally just like, yeah, I called it creatine, but creatinine's a different thing. But so I would do creatine in the morning when I was in college. I'd literally throw it up right again after, and I'd be like, oh, I guess I just throw up. Like supplements make you throw up. This role was just like, I got it. Like right away, I was like, oh, I get this. This is just I hung out with so many guys like this, even though I'm not crazy on supplements. I know so many guys that are exactly those guys.
Now, how did they get the straight ahead shot of you with throw up coming out? Was that just CGI?
There was I had shit all over my mouth. I think it was like baby food and shit that looked like blood. And then they CGI. I had some shit where I kind of, so the beginning would come out of my mouth, but the rest was CGI.
Oh, okay. All right. Huh.
Looks pretty good.
It did look good, yeah.
No, wait. Oh, for straight ahead, yeah. Sideways, I had a hose.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, sideways, I had a hose.
And what was the throw up? Do you just bunch of shit?
It was old guys throw up. They just collected it. It was really, yeah. I think like baby food and applesauce and a bunch of shit like that. I mean, it smells gross, and then you get covered in it, and it was cold, so you get cold like right away.
Oh,
with fucking puke on you.
They didn't have heat in the house?
I think it was cold in that house because the doors were opening and closing all the time, and it was an old house.
Was that? I guess that's someone's house. They just rented out.
I think so.
And you have this puddles of throw up all over it.
Yeah, they put plastic down and shit, and then they clean it up.
Did they do multiple takes?
Yeah, they did a few. And then they're like, they had to get it. And light's always a fucking issue too, where they're like, it's getting later in the day, and they're like, we gotta get this shot. And then, but it's one of those scenes where it's like, you got to get it perfect. You can't just fucking run out. It's like a murder scene, It's like,
yeah.
Okay, well, we're running out of light. And he's like, I got to fucking get it. It's great. Making movies is really cool.
It was, yeah. It was a fun movie. It was just a nonstop, I don't want to say action, like shoot 'em up action, but it was just nonstop. Yeah. People getting in trouble and trying to fix the troubles they were getting into, and making it worse.
It's amazing. It's all in one house. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, that's so weird. Like that's so rarely happen. And Evil Jeff is fucking hilarious.
The black guy with the deep voice.
Yes.
Yeah, he was good. When like the grandma's granddaughter calls in and he has to pick up the phone and talk to them.
That's so funny.
It was a fun movie. Yeah, it was just a fun movie to watch.
And then what he does, no spoilers, but to that grandma, when she doesn't want to sign the notary papers. I laughed so hard in the movie theater, and I think everyone else is like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, so the plot is Dean Edwards' brother slept with his wife or girlfriend, so he left to Thailand to take a break, and then he comes back to hang out with his friends, and his brother shows up to apologize, and they have this deal where Dean Edwards' dad died and he can sell his house, but they just have to get like a notary to sign off on the value of the house. That's way more than the house is worth, but once they sign it off, then they can sell it for that money. And Aaron Jordan was a notary, and then they find another notary, and things go from there where they try to scam this money out of people. And
then Aaron takes his first shit after puking.
No, the sequel, Con Jobber, is going to be good. Con even Jobber. You thought the first con was on. This con is gone. Con Job 2. The story of Jordan. And it's like a prequel.
4D puke scenes where it looks like it's coming out at you, and they get the spray coming in from the 4D seats.
3D. Dude, I got covered in Jordan puke, man.
Smells like creatine.
It's creatinine, bitch. I call Dean Edwards bitch. And remember when he asked to make the pancakes, Garrett?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Sweet and spicy. What the fuck is this shit? I want Richards.
Yeah. Gonna fucking tickle my balls too, talking like that? I want your rainbow ass gay pancakes. It's fun. It's fun.
It was a fun movie, yeah.
So what's your review? How many stars and thumbs up do you give it, Garrett?
I'd have to say 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a solid score.
Yeah.
Garrett-o-meter, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Next up on the review will be the new season of Daredevil.
Ooh.
On Disney Plus. It's not released till March, so hopefully I get something before that.
Wow.
But my scene is with Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, Kingpin. I believe.
I don't know.
It is Kingpin.
In Daredevil?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was probably a mean jerk, wasn't he, in the scene?
No, I think it was pretty nice.
Oh, just broke your NDA.
Wait, oh God, delete it. Cut this. It's not live, is it?
No, we'll be fine. We'll cut that out. But Jesus, that's the big time. Those are the Marvel movies. Even fucking Tom Hardy just put out a trilogy.
Really?
Yeah, you're in the big. That's like Marvel movies are the ones where it's like you made it.
Oh, really?
You're like Bill Burr now.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, I'm fucking complaining about stuff. What are you guys fucking doing over there?
Would your helicopter hit a deer too, and that's why you had to drive?
My helicopter fucking hit a deer over there. I'm Bill Burr. Hey,
I love when he says I'm Bill Burr.
I'm Bill Burr. Yeah, see? I'm Bill Burr. I do jokes and stuff. Yeah.
He's always his comedy's so poignant. He speaks to me. I'm Bill Burr.
Hey, wait, fucking catchphrase. Whatever my catchphrase is.
Yeah. Anthony doesn't like my wife.
That's stupid. No, what's he say? Brutal. That's fucking brutal.
Brutal.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking brutal.
Fucking brutal. Tyler Fisher got fucking lifetime ban from Delta. Fucking brutal.
Did he?
Oh yeah, Tyler Fisher. Remember
Oh
him?
yeah. He did.
Yeah, I don't remember what
I
happened.
saw that.
He's on the no-fly list for Delta. Can't fucking fly on Delta. Brutal.
For what?
He took
wore
a
a Trump
picture
hat?
of a flight attendant that had like a gay thing, and he's like, "We don't need to know if you eat pussy or suck dick to work on a plane."
Yeah.
And I guess
He
they
did it?
saw it.
And they saw it on Twitter?
I
my
want to
saw
say
that.
he tagged them or someone at least tagged them.
And then he took it down because he's like, their face is showing, but it was too late. And he's like trying to call them, and they're like, "You're on no-fly list."
Oh God, that's ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Vroom vroom.
that was Tyler Fisher.
So who are the other guys in the movie? Are they comedians too?
Minuan Hart, he's a comedian. Dean Edwards, comedian.
Comedian, yeah.
Ian is like the director and star. He just makes movies. Evil Jeff, I think, is just an actor.
Oh, okay.
But so funny, and not just an actor, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And then I thought the girl at the call center was great too. When they call Deliver.
Oh yeah,
US.
yeah. Delivery US.
Yeah, and
That's
the
their
old lady. I
problem.
mean, the casting was great.
Uh-huh. She seemed like a comedian to me.
Yeah,
She
it was.
was
I didn't meet her, but yeah, it was so fun. And we're gonna do more movies. He wants to do more. Robbie the Fire
Wow.
Bernstein came up to me tonight, and he's like, "Dude, I watched The Con Job. It's hilarious." So he liked it too.
Oh, nice. I love Robbie.
Robbie the Fire Bernstein.
Yeah.
What do you?
Tyler the
guys-
Fish tweet.
What
If
do
you
you
wanna
guys
see
think about
that.
this election? What's your over under?
I mean, I don't know if I'm just biased. It seems like Trump's going to blow her out of the water, but that's what I kind of thought against Biden too. And
Total blowjob.
Yeah.
so I don't know, but she seems like she just says dumb stuff all the time and has no energy behind her, but who knows?
Yeah, but
She seems
Garrett,
like
of
she's
course-
done, and I think they're trying to make this thing seem like Tony Hinchcliffe blew the election.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I'm being very optimistic. I had tickets to go to the rally yesterday. You can get it, you just sign up and they give you tickets. But it's like, I was like, and Christine wanted to go, and then I'm like, we got to get there at like 6 a.m. if we want to get in. And I'm like, this is crazy. My friend Veronica went, and she's like, yeah, we got down here at like 11. We're not getting in.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. And that's a long, I don't care how much you like them. That's a long time to sit.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I'm also like, I'd rather watch this at home. Like most stuff. Like I was going to go to a Mets playoff game, and I'm like, oh, it's $400. I can sit in the 500 level. I'm like, or I can sit on my deck, bring the TV outside, just relax, have a cigar, and watch the game and get us into it. The only difference is there's not thousands of people yelling at the same time as you.
I mean, there is something to that, but yeah, just the close-ups and everything, you see everything perfectly. It's hard to
the
beat.
energy's great. I've been to an LDS game. The energy's great, but it's also like, $400.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did they win the game that you were supposed to go
once a
to?
week.
Did they win the game you were supposed to go to?
No, the first game they lost. That was the one I was like, oh, we should go, and they fucking got blown out. So it would have sucked.
Yeah. But yeah, what you have an election prediction? Same thing.
I mean, I don't know. I'm obviously hoping it's Donald Trump. I'm voting for Donald Trump. This is the first president to vote in.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote on the day. I'm not voting early. I'm going to vote on the day. But he's telling everybody to vote early now. I don't know. Yeah, I hope it's Trump. But I also see, the division in comedy is going to pop up again, where it's going to be like, you can't say this. Everything you say is racist. We haven't heard that for 3 years.
That's true. I forgot about all that.
Yeah. And we haven't had that, because when the administration, when they think they're racist, even though Democrats are much more racist than Republicans, as a party, it's going to be like a big fucking thing. Every joke, he's a MAGA guy, he's racist, and it reflects on the party. It's really weird. Yeah. Someone texted me this today. They go, isn't it amazing podcasters and comics are shaping the presidential election? And and then he wrote, Seth Simons was right.
God.
What happened to that guy? He died, or
I think he's sex pestering people in Idaho or something.
Yeah, I haven't heard his name in a while.
Idea. But it's like, he was like, these people are really, they're saying it's just comedy and it has nothing to do with politics. And then sure enough, like 4 years later, Joe Rogan's like, here's 20 million views. Let's see what this does. And Trump came across great. It's crazy.
But did you watch the Rogan thing?
Yeah, all of it.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I love Trump, but I feel like I've heard everything he said, and I just can't.
I don't know. Yeah. I haven't watched it yet either, but I want to see him and Rogan just, chatting.
Bullshitting. Yeah.
I want to see how that goes.
Yeah. It's just a chat, and it's like, Rogan kind of, it makes him more human too, I think. Totally, it's not, he should have been like, Stormy Daniels, great blowjob. Joe, you ever had one of those blowjobs where it makes you feel like an elk getting shot? Oh, she was sucking my knob, and I lied to everybody, Joe. And then if he just looked at the camera and be like, oh, what are these cameras for? Are you recording this? Gotcha, Joe. And then start smoking weed with him. Joey Diaz gave me these edibles. Let's do these. Come on, pop a star in your mouth, Joe.
What if all the Trump groping rumors are true, all the sexual assault rumors, and after the show with Rogan, he grabbed him by the dick and balls and was like, you're not going to tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone.
No one's going to believe you. I can do this to whoever I want, as long as it's a man.
You
can't do it to ladies anymore.
Joe, you got some beefy nuts. That AG1 making your nuts all full. Grab your nuts. Come on, Joe. Look at you. You're all short. What are you going to do? What are you going to do against me, Joe? You're short. You're tiny.
You try to bat my hand away.
What's that chokehold, Joe? That's illegal. Let go of me. Fucking let go. I'll sue you. James Comey. He's coming for you.
Secret Service is going to blow you away if you don't let me keep squeezing.
Let me squeeze your big, juicy, beefy AG1 nuts. You're gay now, aren't you? Look at you all hard in my hands. You're all hard in my soft, supple orange hands. You want to squirt white all over my orange hands, don't you? You want to shoot white on my pumpkin knuckles? Come on.
Go ahead, Joe. Go home to your wife and tell him the president made you gay.
All right. I got to go. I got home, guys.
Perfect.
Thanks
Before you go, of course, we will have you 5 fucking days a week if you'd like. Before you go, did you see Jacket Gate starring Bill Schulz?
No.
Oh, do yourself a favor and go on Twitter tonight and look at what Bill Schulz has been up to.
Okay.
Basically, he took a jacket from the studio when it closed down, and Anthony wants it back. And Bill's just like, yeah. And Bill's like, this is my severance pay. This is my gift for doing. And Anthony, his minions are saying, no, Anthony wants his jacket back.
Oh, no. What did Bill steal Remember he stole like some soda or something once?
Yeah, soda and cereal.
Package of Coke Zero.
Jesus Christ.
He shaved inside into the candy bowl.
That's right.
Ah, the good
standing
old
In
days.
front of the mirror, shaving into the candy bowl.
Oh my God. All right, guys. I love you.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you
Thanks for
soon.
stopping by.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks for having
Everyone,
me.
go
All right, bye.
see Con Job on Prime Video. You can rent it for $3.99.
It's really funny.
It's really good.
Funny ass movie with Aaron Berg.
Later.
Third shit. It's even runnier and full of nuts.
This guy can't stop now.
Third shit. 3 little pebbles.
With a cola guard in parentheses.
All right. That's about it.
That was a full show.
Yeah.
I think we did that. I think it's time to read the super chats and go.
Let's read the super chats and go.
And maybe when I play the board video, I'll look for a Jacket Gate update because I can't get enough. Can't get enough. Like people, got obsessed with like all the steel toe drama and anything that happened with Stuttering John, all that Dabbleverse stuff. This is your obsession.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of Bill having a jacket and just being like, I'll get her back.
As you just post pictures of him wearing it. No, it's coming back in.
Yeah,
Send me the address.
No, it's coming. It's on the way. And he's just taking more pictures in it, getting it tailored.
I like how he said, have Anthony send me the address because he knows Anthony won't.
I love it all. I love it. Anywho, let's read the super chats. Justin, Steve.
Happy birthday, Justin.
Happy birthday, Justin. Check DM for exclusive Garrett pick. Ooh.
Oh no. Don't like
exclusive
this.
Garrett pick.
Don't like this.
What is this? Oh, it's really an exclusive Garrett pick. I thought it was going to be another picture of you in Thailand with a dress on. This is actually you. What is
That
this?
is me from WNEW days. This was, I think, in WYSP in Philly, where they had I forget what they called it, but it was like bring your oddities or stupid shit that you have.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Kind of. God, there was some great things brought. I just can't remember any of them. But there would be like shrunken monkeys and like this guy had a human skull and yeah. So this was just during that contest where we had people coming in and telling us what stupid shit they had.
Well, what's with the hair?
It's nice, right?
That's superb. What a do. Let me try to zoom in on it. Oh, what the fudge. Twitter doesn't let you zoom in.
Yeah.
I gotta do this and then do this. And then I gotta do this. So we can look at young Garrett. I have to say, Garrett, you have aged like a fine wine. You look the same. So actually, what might happen?
My hair's a little different.
Your hair's different, but same face. That might mean just when you were young, you look like shit.
Thank you.
Or like, good for you. You're a healthy guy. You're individual. You're looking good.
I'm just trying to figure out like what hat that was.
Yeah, I can't read what it says on the hat.
Yeah.
Blue and like navy blue and orange on it. I can't tell what that is at all. But yeah, the haircut. What was that? Was that a mullet?
I don't remember. I definitely didn't have a mullet. I don't know, but like I don't know. I just like didn't like. Obviously, I don't like getting my hair cut.
No, you shut your eyes.
Yeah,
If you're
back in the day,
enduring a rape.
I would just keep putting the hat on once it got long. So I think it's just long hair, but most of it's under the this Yeah. Because like in high school, I did the shave underneath and have all the long hair over the top, but this is way past high school. This was just, I think, laziness.
So you were just too lazy to get haircuts and it was your due.
Yeah.
Well, how come you don't do that anymore? You don't want to bring back the long, perfect mane?
I mean, if I could, I should try maybe. I don't know.
Why? Yeah, why not? Garrett long hair.
But like, I don't know, it's just like, it's sloppy. That's what, like I was 23 or 4 here. And it was like, I'm cool. I'm just, I don't care how I look.
I had a similar thing going on. I don't have a picture on hand, but mine was almost like a mullet because I had the same, like, I just want to let my hair grow out because I'm heavy metal. And looking at the pictures of me now, I'm like, wow, I was kind of silly. That's stupid hair. I should just get a haircut.
I want to say my driver's license.
What's this guy showing you? A skull?
Human skull, yeah.
Why does he have that? Did he murder someone for it?
It was so long ago, I forget. But
so this right here is the eyes.
See, so like my license,
wow,
kind of the same. I mean,
that is fish fan haircut. That's the exact. I don't fucking care, man. I just want to do nitrous and listen to shows. Let's see if they can see. Hold on. Let me remove this. And yeah, there you are. Oh boy.
Now this is probably like halfway to where I am in that picture. Because my hair's longer in that picture. But...
Young, sexy Garrett.
Yeah.
Well, good for you and your long hair. That's how does that make you feel looking at a picture that old?
I honestly, I didn't feel anything when I saw it. I don't know what should I?
Yeah, it should bring back memories and.
Yeah, I was more interested in what's the hat I'm wearing? I wish I could remember that hat.
I wish I still had
I had
that
a
hat.
few favorite hats, kind of thing. But no, I mean, that was when I was working with O&A. It was fun. But those were always stressful when we went to a different stations thing because you didn't really have a place to work. There wasn't it wasn't like an office where we could hang out in. It was just like I was kind of just in the way the whole time. And we had 40 people show up with stupid oddity things. So it's just always just crazy. You just you can't keep track of time. It's just everything's nuts. Yeah.
I don't even remember this. I guess was the late 90s or early 2000s. Because I don't remember the oddities portion of the show. That was definitely before I started listening.
It was a thing we did just at WYSP for some reason. I don't know if someone called up, oh, you guys should do this, and they just decided to. And in Philly, they have the Muter Museum, which is a museum full of all those stupid things, like the two-headed boy. It's like they have the corpse, of, all that stuff. The soap lady and I don't know, scary things, chupacabras.
Soap lady. That must be your worst nightmare. Soap lady comes to your house and says, Garrett,
wash yourself.
Well, you must be clean.
It was something like a woman died in a river where there was lye or whatever it's in soap, and it consumed her body and turned it into a big soap bar.
I've heard tell of this soap lady.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she was just you could use her to rub yourself in the shower.
But you think if it's in
made
water,
her fat.
it would soap dissolve, but I don't know.
No, if you just put a bar of soap in,
and in a river.
Original soap was like whale blubber or whatever. So it's the lye or whatever the chemical was did something to her fat. Made it turn into body butter. Well, thank you, Bussa Juss. Bob Fanta Patrice has a pay and say,
yeah,
you guys need to move out of the city. Most of the country outside of New York City doesn't have problems with bugs and mice.
It's a good point.
Really? Even more wild parts? I thought you get there are parts of Florida where they get those June bugs.
Oh yeah,
JEWN bugs.
Florida definitely has the mosquitoes and
tons of bugs. I don't know about the mice, but maybe field mice. I don't know. But yeah, no, I think you're right, Bob. I need to move away from these disgusting. There are goddamn bugs everywhere. I wouldn't be. And speaking of which, Chill 92 pay and say, Mouse Cam, India Steve, show the brown mouse. He's not fucking brown. He's gray.
Yeah.
He's color of smoke. He's a smoke in my house. Fucking doing stink all over the fucking floor in there. I think we're just gonna have to foam the kitchen to the point where you can't walk in, or there'll just be a tunnel where we can creep in because everything's just foamed to the point where these mice are gonna suffocate along with me. Aaron Kraft. I thought you were going to talk about Bill Schulz being in Dutch with Gino for going on Rob Saul's show. I would have if I knew anything about that. Rob Saul was a repeated guest on Morning, so
wait, Gino doesn't like Rob Saul?
I would guess so. He seems like
he's a Dabbleverser.
Something, I'm sure. I'm sure he said something about Gino. I can't off the top of my head name a single, but I'm sure. Well, we'll have to look into that because I'm more interested in the jacket business, to be honest with you.
Me too.
I think Gino, even if he is mad at Bull, they're buddies. They'll get over it. It's not like a Pat Dixon situation. Actually, Gino's probably right back on Bull's side, even if he is mad at him because of all the Pat stuff.
Yeah.
How could you not be? If you're Gino. Chillin' 92. Easy solution about jacket. Blame Gavin for firing. It's Gavin's fault he has that jacket. That's very true. Bill should use Gavin the way Anthony did and just have him as a bullet shield for all the shitty negativity. And then it's all better. Chill 92 following up. Kumia gave compound to Gavin is worse than jacket.
It's true.
So yeah, Missy should be on Twitter asking Gavin for compound back.
Hey, that's Anthony's. Give it back. We'll send you an address. You could ship compound back to him.
Pat will make some snide comment to Gavin. Like, you haven't fired me yet, asshole. Who am I going to have to punch in the face? You. Bob Fana Patrice paid to say maybe Bill can drop the jacket off with you guys and Ant can get it. Ant can get it when you guys have that steak dinner. Yeah, we'll bring it to him.
Yeah,
of course.
I'll gladly do that.
Yeah, no questions asked, even. I would just be like, sure, Bill.
Yeah.
I'll wear it. Well, if I weren't there, I would be letting it out for Anthony. Sweating in it and busting the fucking seams.
Yeah, I would bring it to Anthony just to see him try to turn it on.
We're getting a call on the hotline from one Gary Biscayne. Sounds like he has something to say about beer shirts. Hero,
hey, why am I mad at Bill?
Well, according...
You don't know? He went on Rob Saul's show?
Yeah, what are you, drunk 24/7? You can't even keep track?
Why would I care that he went on Rob Saul's show?
You hate Rob Saul.
Yeah.
No, I don't hate Rob Saul. Rob Saul had, you know what? I fucking hate Rob Saul.
Knew it. You hung up?
Yep, he hung up.
Told you.
Well, guess we got to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Who knows? I apparently he does not hate Rob Saul. And Aaron Kraft, this was not something he cared about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now he does.
Didn't like Rob Saul make fun of Keanu, or I could be. I don't know why I'm accusing him of something I'm not even sure about.
No fucking idea.
Yeah.
It sounds like nothing happened.
Nothing.
Or maybe something. Who knows? Back to business. This is a business podcast. We're talking about business. Todd at Moonlight Studios, aka Lump of shit. Well, the stroke didn't get me, so I'm gonna try the HIV.
Good plan. But it's not even a death sentence anymore, Todd.
No.
Yeah.
So if you can still, pop up most of an erection, go for raw sex with hookers, which is probably how you got HIV. Why not?
No, with male hookers, though.
In the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mares. Thank you, Todd.
Thanks, Todd.
And thank you all for being a part of the Garrett and Steve experience. The board is full. The next board is being ordered. There are 2 days. No, wait, 3 days. 31st.
Yeah.
3 days left to get on that board. Because after the 31st,
get your grease in.
If you don't get the grease in time, you have to wait for next month.
Because Thanksgiving.
November 1st comes around, I'm putting whatever names I have on the new board, and they'll be shipped here within a week.
That note of all the names that
I definitely do.
Cool.
Yes.
All right, cool.
And a couple of emails and a note.
All right, cool.
I'm pretty sure. Chill 92. Rob Saul tried to sound like Zumak, voicing bad. Trying to sound. Oh, so this is probably a more recent Rob Saul.
Yeah.
Doing what Zumak is doing, because Gino and Chad Zumak are having a beef off.
They are.
They're jerking each other off.
I haven't really caught up on that though.
Yeah, that one wasn't as easy to follow as the jacket thing. I don't really. You have to watch clips and stuff. I didn't have to watch any clips. I just read tweets between two people that are fucking jacked up on Addie. So yeah, I mean that makes sense. Maybe Gino's gonna be mad at Rob Saul once he finds out. Maybe Gino's about to find out he's mad at Rob Saul.
Get ready, Gene.
Yeah, gird your loins, Gino. We didn't ask Aaron about Gino, but I didn't know what to ask.
No, they're friends now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, because what I'm saying is I wanted to ask, like, so you and Gino going to do a podcast again? But I didn't want to be like too soon. I don't know. But they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they had great chemistry together.
They did. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you to Aaron and Erock for showing up today. That was great.
That was fun.
Had a lot of fun with both of y'all.
Yeah.
But now it's time to play the board vidya and get the fudge up out of here. So let me do that. I guess I should have segued into that when I was ready. Boy, it's like having Ryan around or something.
Oh my God.
Poor Ryan. It's not his fault.
No, he's just doing the best. Because I'm sure Gavin didn't want to pay for the Tello system, so they just have some like voice over IP thing that you have to connect. I'm just guessing, but
I would guess
that didn't.
It was, hey Ryan, do calls.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, can I buy that? No, just do them.
Just do them.
Oh, okay, I'll put him in my cell phone and hold him up to the microphone. Garrett and Steve do. Well, anywho, thank you, board members.
We are the greatest fans of the Garrett Steve Show. We are the ones paid the $100 and we are on the fucking plaque right now. We are the greatest fans of the Garrett Steve Show. We're on the fucking plaque because we paid the $100 and we're on the plaque and you're not.
This is going to be annoying even to the board members. This is a fucking 20-minute video.
We are the greatest fans of the show. The Garrett Steve Show. We are the greatest fans of the show. The greatest fans of the Garrett Steve Show. We are the greatest fans, so we paid $100 and we are the greatest fans on the plaque and you are not. Ha! We're the greatest fans. The greatest fans of the Garrett Steve Show. We are the greatest fans and you are not on. We are on the plaque and you are not.
What's
up? Everybody on the plaque tonight. What's up? Everybody on the plaque tonight. What's up? Everybody on the plaque tonight. What's up? Everybody on the plaque tonight. What's up? Everybody on the plaque tonight. What's up? Everybody. What's up? Everybody. What's up? Everybody. What's up? Everybody on the plaque tonight. 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 What's up? Everybody on the plaque tonight.
23 to 9.
What's up? Everybody on the plaque tonight. 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 What's up? Everybody everybody on the plaque tonight. Woo-hoo, everybody on the plaque tonight. Woo-hoo, everybody on the plaque tonight. Woo-hoo, everybody on the plaque tonight. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo, everybody on the plaque tonight. Woo-hoo.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Muchas gracias. Right at the buzzer there, Curtis John. If I super chat 100 buccarinos, would you put Caitlin on the board? She deserves a place for allowing us in her home. That is such a good and sweet idea, Curtis. I'm supposed to say you don't even have to pay for it, but if you send $100, I'll do that.
She would want it that way.
She would want me to ask for money for that. I shouldn't put her on the board because out of love and her gracious way,
she cheated everyone out.
Not only lets us do it here, but encourages us and is like, it doesn't bother me at all. I love it. She should have the #1 spot on the board, and she will if you give me $100.
Wow. All right.
Otherwise, I'm not doing it. Simply put,
it's a good idea.
It is a fucking fantastic idea.
Yeah. Not a free one, $100 one. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she isn't.
Listen, we have to have integrity.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody on this board that didn't send grease, not even Mama Reno.
That's a good point.
So if you want to pledge grease,
the
grease pledge will be accepted.
Is Mama Reno still watching?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What's up, Mama Reno?
I'm sure she's just, oh, look at this. Curtis John for Caitlin.
Oh, no. Put it in your notes.
Oh, God. Good idea. I'll forget.
Oh, God. How would that go? The one I forgot was you.
Well, as long as she doesn't hear this right now, which she probably did, but as long as she doesn't hear this right now, I'll be free and clear if I forget. But I'm not going to forget. How can I forget? It's going to be the new #1.
Yeah. We need a new #1 because our #1 is missing.
He fell out of love.
Yeah.
He's all out of love.
So
he's not lost without us. But well, thank you, Curtis John. That was extremely generous of you. And even if you didn't send that, I was going to do it. I have to say that.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that part? Love, 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 love you. How about I just put her name as the whole top piece of the board?
Oh, yeah. The Garrett and Steve and Caitlin Club commemorative plaque.
No, the Garrett and Steve Club commemorative plaque for Caitlin.
Ooh, wow.
I don't know. I think actually the #1 spot's better.
Yeah.
But then, now what am I doing here? This is like the speed dial thing and Seinfeld. Yeah. Now I got my mom at 22. Like, I understand. Wife first on the board makes perfect sense. Now I got to move Mama Reno up too. Or else it's getting, what am I, chopped liver? A Reno? No, I don't think she's obviously not going to care.
Thanks, KJ.
But yeah, Curtis John, that was very sweet of you. And sorry to the Booth Boys. I know a lot of you sent me stuff on Patreon, but we had too many. Jacket Gate and a couple of guests. We didn't have time. Tomorrow, for sure, we will get to your Booth Boy content. So thank you for sending it.
And go rent Con Job from Amazon Prime.
Support Aaron Berg.
Yeah.
For supporting us.
It was a fun one.
All right. I think that is all the time we have for today.
Bye.
I love you.
We love you.
And goodbye.